Hello, welcome everyone. I'm RxOliver, these are my friends, and we are live on Brotherhood of the Dice, playing Call of Cthulhu. This is a lonely thread. I'm here with Dave, Martin, Sarah, and our games master, our keeper of arcane lore, Mr. Phil I Am. Take it away, Phil.
Hello. Okay. So, just going to jump straight into it. Professor Joshua Thomas is well known as a brilliant archaeologist whose work has been critical in broadening our understanding of the ancient world. His research into the esoteric practices of many cultures has thrown light on ancient beliefs, making him an authority on the occult. Now retired, other than some part-time work at Miskatonic University, Thomas has become something of a socialite. He happily lends his expertise to those who visit his vacation cabin, situated just an hour or so outside of Arkham. Over the years, he's become a friend, rival, or mentor to many. Our story begins one bright morning in late September, just as your car crests over a ridge on the hilly drive up to Thomas's cottage. When you arrive, you intend to catch up with the professor, compare notes, and perhaps even share a discreet glass of whiskey. So as you are sat in this taxi, so you've got a taxi, you've hired a taxi to take you up there because with the intention you've been invited to spend the evening at the professor's cabin. So who have we got in the sat in this taxi making this journey?
Let's go first.
Go on then, well volunteered. That's
Well
what I like to say.
volunteered, Dave. Good lad.
I am playing Mortimer Pickwick, who is a antique dealer, and he's good friends with Professor Joshua Thomas. He's always given me good advice on many of the relics that have come through my antique store. We've just become close friends, and I do visit the professor as often as possible and always value his company.
Okay.
There we go. Well done, sir.
Okay. All right. So I am playing Lillian Davies. She is a scientist, an amateur archaeologist at that, who actually really admires and adores Professor Thomas. So she's super excited to go and see him. Special interest in the ancient technology or ancient world approach to technology, and so this trip's just right up her alley.
Jane, go on.
And I'm Gordon Fraser, an author.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, did you say Martin, did you?
I did. But we're kind of looking left and right, and
No one was talking, so I went.
Right.
Right, okay. I'm Gordon Fraser. I'm a serious, renowned author who's trying to just get the approval, the seal of approval on my latest book from the professor. I'm an ex-student of his, and he's a friend of mine. And I want to show him my new book and get him to give it some recognition, just to kind of help get it out there in the right eyes. So I'm looking forward to seeing my old friend, the next professor.
Right, I'm playing Taylor Collins, whose occupation is chess master, which I'm sure pays great because he has travelled all around the world competing at the highest levels of the game. Because I'm guessing this is before television, so this was probably like really cool and interesting back then. No offense to anyone who plays chess. However, I'm not really a fan of Professor Joshua Thompson because he always beats me at chess. So I'm determined to prove that I'm better than him. And also, my personality is that I am very intelligent, and sometimes people think I'm condescending, so I'll probably find it very hard to play.
The former, maybe no the latter.
okay. Let's change the scene then, shall we? Okay, hold on a minute. think that might. Is that showing too much? It doesn't really matter too much if it is. Let's have a look.
It's showing us a roofless and a roof on.
I can see
There we
the
go.
map.
It'll be
Showing us-
showing you nothing.
Showing us
now.
nothing now.
You don't
I
see
mean,
anything.
we all saw the
Nothing.
massive Cthulhu monster. That
Yeah,
we also
yeah.
the tentacles.
Okay, so let's prop everybody to do one thing. Radio. So, I'm just going to pause that before people are naughty and start moving tokens around. Okay, so after climbing along winding roads through the wooded hills, the taxi finally pulls up outside Thomas's cottage. It is a cottage made from pine logs and is surprisingly large. The structure sits in a cleared section of land overlooking a small river. The forest stretches into the distance in all directions, save for the stretch of unpaved driveway on which you have arrived on. Paying the driver, the taxi turns and disappears back down the lonely forest road. Two other vehicles are parked outside that contrast noticeably. A nicely kept Ford Model T and a dusty Chevrolet Series FB. The cottage stands quietly before you. The plants in nicely kept garden beds rustle as a cool breeze blows through. And when you approach the front door, it swings open and a tall, white-haired man in a smoking jacket looks out. This is Professor Joshua Thomas. He steps outside and greets you all fondly. Thomas is every bit the gracious host and invites you all inside, telling you to make yourselves comfortable, and before long you find yourselves seated and ready to converse. Thomas sits calmly, eyes flickering from one of you to the next, and he seems to be politely waiting for you to start the conversation. So we'll drop you all inside, I think. Let me just do this. To do that. Yes. Definitely want to do that. Oh, can everybody see?
I
Nope.
still see the black screen.
Oh, okay, that was good. That was good. Okay, let's see if we can resolve that. That's a good, excellent start. Okay, have the tokens not got vision for some reason?
See time stop and a black
Yeah, I
with
see
a
time stop.
line across it.
Radio. So we'll maybe do this again. That should be Shepard should be able to see. Let's see, vision. Aha, here we go. There we go.
Ah,
No, for some reason the vision was turned off on the tokens. We should resolve that.
There we go. See her now.
Lillian, you should be able to see him. Just 1 second.
Okay, I was like, not yet. I'm still blind. Yeah, okay.
There we go.
I see the front of the house. Beautiful. I still have time
Oh.
stop.
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
there we go.
Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Okay. Right. Let me get rid of this little bit here. Move that out of the way, and we'll just chuck you all. I'm just going to chuck you all inside after Joshua has invited you into his who? Into his who? Oh, it's just turning to go
Go
so
shut.
move through the walls. Yeah, it's all right. You'll be in a minute. Whee! There we go. Okay, so you can take yourself, find yourselves a seat. Yeah. What does Joshua kind of like takes a seat by the window or by the fireplace.
His name Joshua Thomas.
Yes.
Yes, Joshua
Professor
Thomas. Yeah.
What's it-
Joshua Thomas.
What's
yeah.
your professor of, Phil?
He is a professor of archaeology, mainly. Yes. Archaeology and history. So yeah, like I say, you were all sat in the house, and he takes a seat by the window at the side of the fireplace and sits there. He looks at from one to the next, and then again looking back at each of you, as if politely waiting for you to start a conversation.
I'll stand up and head over and say, "It's good to see you again, Professor. It's been a long time. How are you?" Shake his hand.
Okay, he looks at your hand, then looks up at you, and then smiles. Says, "I'm fine, and you? How was your journey?"
It was uneventful and
I'll get up and walk over.
was okay. And I'll go sit back down because that doesn't seem like the professor I know. He's not very, and he didn't shake my hand, so.
I'm gonna walk over to him and
Strange.
put my hand out for a handshake. Professor, good to see you, old fellow.
He looks at you and he takes your hand and shakes your hand tentatively. I'm fine. How was your journey?
Journey was it was unremarkable, Professor. How have you been? How's life been treating you?
Life is good. Here in the woods.
I must say it's very scenic. I'm quite jealous. I think a writer would love a place like this. I think I would love a place like this to reflect and write. It's very quiet and very peaceful.
You are a writer, sir.
As you know, Professor,
Please.
yes.
Tell me all about your writing.
Well, as you know, Professor, I've only been able to make a name for myself with these true life and true crime stories, and as you know, I'm more of a scholar than that, and I would love to be known for my works in archaeology and anthropology, and I've got a new work about to be published just now, and I'm hoping if I maybe gave you an advance copy, you could read it, and maybe you could maybe tell everyone how great it is.
Of course. I'm always interested to read in these transference of about the transference of knowledge.
I'll leave a copy with you. I've brought one, in fact. And I'll walk over and I'll put it over on this wee table here, I guess.
And I'm gonna kind of stumble over here and just kind of gush a little bit, like, "Oh my gosh, Professor, it's so excited to meet you. I'm into archaeology a little bit as well. You're my inspiration." And then just get a little embarrassed and kind of back away.
Yes, you are most welcome. And how was your journey?
It was really good.
And do you also write books about the transference of knowledge?
Oh gosh, no. I like studying in your footsteps with the ancient technology and archaeology. Just I like reading your books, your writings.
Very good, very good. And you, sir, with the hat covering, the head covering.
Oh, me? Okay,
That's
yeah.
weird.
Yeah, Taylor wants to pick up the book. Can I do an English roll to see very quickly if he's bug shit or not? Like just quickly.
You can make an intelligence roll. Yeah.
You need to make an anthropology or an archaeology roll, surely, because that's what it's written about.
No. What did you say? Intelligence.
Intelligence would do. Intelligence would do.
Sure.
It's a masterpiece, Martin. I think you'll find.
We'll have to find out.
Okay, so
What
So
do
as-
I think? Quickly scanning it, I guess, just to.
okay,
you
so
know.
as to its scholarly content and how competent it is, you don't know, you've not seen this book before. It looks to be it might even be like it's either brand new or a draft, kind of draft copy. But you have heard of this author before. This is the first time you've met them, if this is indeed the author. But they are a bit kind of like true science, true history things. You're familiar with a lot of their. You're familiar with some of their other books, kind of sensationalist, fake archaeology, fake history. That kind of like a modern day equivalent would be Eric von Daniken, if you're familiar with him. Kind of like alien astronauts.
Pays the bills.
Yeah,
The stuff that people read.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like flick through it and be like.
But this
yeah,
is not
it's
that.
A bit,
this is
a
not
bit
that.
light
This is a more
bit
serious
light
book.
for me. Is it? I'm
Yeah.
gonna say it's a bit light, and I've already noticed 3 spelling mistakes on the first page. But I'm sure as a rough draft,
No.
it'll do. I'm sure it'll do well.
Who the fuck was this guy?
So I'll talk to Thomas and I'll be like, oh yeah, thank you for inviting me. It's I've said Cottage seems a bit sparse. It's nice, I guess. Not what I'm used to. Usually I'm, being the best chess player in the world, with it being the 1920s. I get all the drugs, all the booze, all the women, and travel around everywhere. So, but it's nice to come here to hang out with the more normal people, and maybe Thomas. I've been working on a new game. So we use the chess pieces, but we add dice, and then we move the pieces around and tell a story with them. So I was thinking of maybe trying out this new type of chess with you, or at least discussing it with you, when everyone's gone to bed. They look rather haggard, so I'm sure they won't be up for much longer.
Sounds most intriguing. Your name, sir?
My name? What? My name? You know my name because I've played chess with you many times.
Of course.
That's what it says on the sheet.
Of course. Perhaps, I could get people refreshments.
Professor, I was just about to ask.
Some form of sustenance.
If
Sure.
you have 5 glasses, I've brought a bottle of my finest liquor.
Where are we in the
share
world,
with everyone.
Phil?
Where are you in the world? You're in the forested hills above about an hour out of Arkham.
So we are in the United
Say.
States. So alcohol is illegal. It's prohibition. Alcohol is illegal. Is what I wanted to know.
It's the height of prohibition. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Don't ask where I got it.
Prohibition.
Okay.
We're
Whoa,
we're amongst
what's
friends
that?
here.
I was about to say that, Dave. We are amongst friends. Nobody's a policeman here. What is that, Phil?
What is what?
Countdown has just popped up.
Don't know what you're talking about.
No, we didn't see it.
No.
Yes, 5 glasses, please, Professor. I could go get them myself if you show me the way
Take a
to.
glass.
In fact, I think I know where your kitchen is. Would you like me to get the glasses?
Sure.
Ooh, a little drink. How exciting!
By all means, that would be most agreeable.
Okay. You have to bear with me because I can't remember where it is off the top of my head. Right.
I'm going to offer someone some cocaine while we wait.
Yes! Now it's a party.
Like-
I was just thinking about how much I'd
yeah.
love to go back to the
All right.
1920s and take
All right.
cocaine.
I mean, yeah.
Wild time.
We've all probably had travel sickness, so just a little bit of cocaine.
Take
to
the
edge
yeah.
off.
Good shout, Professor. A
So
doctor.
I'll start searching the cupboards for some glasses because I don't know where the glasses are. But I'll
Yeah.
Martin,
Well, you
you're a
probably-
mind
you
reader.
probably
I was just thinking about 1920s cocaine. It's such a coincidence.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Mortimer, you've been here. You've been to this cottage several times. So,
okay.
Yeah, you know where things
Oh.
are.
Plonk 5 glasses on the table and take out my not necessarily legal bottle of liquor, and I'll pour
Most
5
certainly
little,
not.
How
Legal.
exciting!
5 little shots, and I'll
What
raise
is
a
it?
glass and say, "Come on, Professor, yours too." It's an unbranded one.
Is it rum? Is it gin? Is it?
It's a gin. It's
Ooh.
always a gin. But, doesn't have a name.
Very nice.
But please,
Just gin.
try it. Professor, come and grab a glass.
Of course. And he kind of gets up. He struggles to stand a little bit. He seems a little weak. And as he crosses the room, he's hunched over a little bit. I mean, you know, Mortimer. His back has kind of given out with age, but even despite that, it seems to have worsened.
Okay, well, I'll stop him now. I'll say, no, sorry, Professor. I thought your back was getting better, so I will bring the glass to you, and I'll take it over to you. Don't want you doing yourself any mischief.
I says, thank you for the receptacle.
And I'll say cheers and hold mine up to clink.
Yes.
Okay, he kind of looks around and raised his glass.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers!
But like, so can we set up that chess game? Because I mean, you don't look like you're in the best of health. I would hate for us to not have a final match before you succumbed to the ravages of nature.
Martin, you're a horrible bitch.
He's on my sheet. He's a bit of a dick.
Can we hear this ticking going on? Is there like I don't see like grandfather clock.
There is a clock in the room, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You did say clock, so it's definitely not a bomb. He's confirmed it's not a bomb. That's good.
Yeah, there's a grandfather clock in the room, yeah.
Okay.
Quite interested to see Mr. I forget his last name. Mr. Collins' his new version of chess with the dice and the stories. I'd love to see if we're going to invent D&D today. That'd be very cool. I'm gonna pull out a bottle of juice, orange juice, from my bag, and I'm gonna mix it with my gin, and I'm gonna invent Snoop Dogg.
Oh. Nice.
So he turns to Lillian and said, "So, lady,
yes?
what brings you to my home?"
Well, we all came out here hoping to just chat and visit with you. Right, guys? Y'all got me all hopped up on gin and cocaine, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Professor. We're just here to see you, to spend some quality time with you as friends. Are you not?
Yep.
Are you not pleased to see us all at the same time?
Oh, of course. I'm always pleased to have company, to socialize. Perhaps we might go for a ambulation around the property.
That'd be nice.
At some point.
Using some interesting words.
Ambulation's a good one. I like it.
I'm gonna move it to Lillian. I think.
Do you mind if I use your bathroom?
The bathroom is. I would suggest that you use the bathroom that is located behind the house rather than the one on the upper level. The one on the upper level is not functioning properly. Yes, outside.
Professor, did you have a blowout? We can probably get Lillian to clean the toilet for you. I'm sure she'll be happy to help out.
Well, if it's not functioning, I can try and fix it for you.
No.
Yeah.
That is quite all right. The one in the yard is functioning. You may use that one.
The one in the yard.
That would be hilarious roleplay. We're like, yeah, the whole thing's fixing an old man's toilet.
I remember one we fixed the toilet, Martin. Actually, there was one.
Yeah, I remember the one we played where there was the toilet involved. Yeah, it's funny.
Well, he wants to ambulate outside anyways, right? So.
Well, it was talking about getting us
Oh.
some food first. So first we should masticate, and then we should ambulate.
And then masturbate.
I like it.
You have to go there, Martin. Eh? I knew you were going to go there. Eh?
This is going to get banned off Twitch. This is cocaine.
Twitch knows about Martin already. Eh?
He'll have blurred Martin out.
Yeah. No one's ever seen my face.
I'll disappear outside for a few minutes and use the bathroom out there.
Oh, so he kind of gets something because it's the back, the door to the rear of the property.
And he gesticulates when he points.
And so did Thomas did we turn up to see Thomas, or did he officially invite us to see him? I couldn't remember.
So yeah, you've been invited. Yeah.
I was invited.
So
We have been invited.
I was.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
So I thought
Okay.
he just like lends his expertise with needed. So I wasn't quite sure like why we were here.
No,
Yeah, so every
you were
so
invited.
often he extends an invitation to people.
Okay.
So you're kind of honoured guests. So it's only
Oh,
like
okay.
a select few people that receive invitations.
Like get to
Like
come.
those fancy dinner parties where they invite people from with, interesting views to chat. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah,
one of those guys.
Okay.
that exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
So Mortimer, you head out the back, out for the back
Mhm.
door from the kitchen. Outside there are a couple of vegetable patches. They're kind of well tended. The outhouse and a rather new building that you haven't seen before. It's it looks like a large barn. It's almost the same size as the house.
Okay.
But it's clearly new, and it even includes a generator to one side, about roughly here.
Oh.
Whereas the cottage itself does not have any electricity at all.
Electricity. Is there any windows on the building?
There is not. It's got like kind of those sliding barn doors on the front, those like doors on runners.
Yeah.
Like a double set of
Like
sliding doors.
hanger doors, sort of.
Yeah, hanging doors. Yeah. They sit on runners. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Did you leave the bottle when you went
on.
outside? Because I want
I did,
another one.
Yeah, I'm
Beautiful.
taking it with me. Can I try one of
So-
Can I try and pull open one of the doors?
I don't know. Are you going to the actual using? Did you actually need to use the toilet then, or not?
I didn't. No. I
It's
sort of
just
oh,
a bit
I
being
excused
nosy.
myself. Just being nosy.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well,
It was
we'll
kind of
come,
dig through the bathroom, you know.
we'll come back to you in a minute then.
Yeah. No.
Right. So the rest of you, what are you doing?
Having another wee drink, a wee snifter, probably smoking a pipe.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Thomas. I'm like,
Wait,
because
wait to see what he's gonna bring us to eat.
we're near Arkham. You said we're near Arkham, right?
Yeah.
Like
You're about an hour away. An hour's drive from Arkham.
Okay. I'm gonna ask. I will ask Thomas. I was like, so, I hear a lot of people have been looking at the Necronomicon at the Arkham University recently. Have you ever got a chance to peruse it in your long life?
I have perused the pages in Arabia.
Ooh.
Oh, you mean so you may have read the more original copy of it?
I was privy to a copy in the presence of its author.
Oh. That's my conversation. That's my hardcore not D&D, chaos and law for you.
And this game, sir, well, perhaps you would care to demonstrate.
Sure. So I'll get my pocket chess set out, and some dice. So and I will explain how yeah, like I said. So basically, like the knight here. Let's say we make him more of a holy order, so maybe like a temple or some such, and you know, as opposed to just moving around and hopping around, we would add the movement. We would add some dice to add like a gambling type thing to this. So I think it could be very popular.
So you're explaining this, and he kind of picks up takes a sniff at his glass, and kind of wrinkles his nose, puts it down on the table, and in the middle of while you're explaining this, he just kind of turns around, and just walks over and starts staring out the window, just completely ignoring you.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe like Pathfinder better. All right. Yeah.
I think the idea sounds. I think the idea sounds exhilarating, Mr. Collins. I really like the idea of that.
Okay, but like maybe we could sell this to. I'm thinking teenage boys who maybe, you know, don't have a lot of friends, and this would help them gain friends.
Nice, and yeah, it seems like it could be the next big thing. Fantastic, and I'd have another gin. Pour another one. I'm loving this.
Another. Yes.
Oh, can I? While we're walking around, is there any like books or a newspaper or like is there anything like he was using before we arrived? Was he reading anything?
Well, there
anything?
didn't. So there doesn't appear to be anything laid around. This kind of the living area that you find yourselves in is kind of quite large, comfortable. There's the plush chairs. There's this coffee table, a fireplace, and a liquor cabinet to one side, which appears well stocked. There are several proudly displayed bookshelves.
Okay.
Can I have a quick look just in case there's anything that seems more like I said, anything more unique.
Something that jumps out.
Okay,
Esoteric.
you can certainly take a look. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that what you two are doing?
I'll join him if he's looking at books.
Okay, so you're all studying the professor's bookshelves. Okay.
Yeah.
Give us a spot hidden roll then.
Everybody in the house.
Everybody in the house.
Oh, not for me.
Oh yeah, for me.
Okay. So there is. So the books look pretty standard. They're like books on archaeology and history. Nothing particularly unusual. There's probably a few papers that have been penned by the professor himself. Gordon, you notice there's a gap where a book has been removed from the shelf. What that book is, you don't know, but there is a book has been removed, and you see no sign of a book anywhere else in the room.
No way to tell what that would be by the adjacent ones.
No.
Okay.
You'd assume it's of a similar academic nature.
Does he have anything really strange or anything esoteric or?
No.
Okay.
No. Nothing particularly unusual, no.
I don't know where the clock is. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm going to pick up something particularly academic, something particularly intelligent, and pretend to read it for a minute, or have a wee browse of it.
Okay.
I don't know where the clock is, but can I just look at it?
It's probably about where you stood. Yeah, it says it is. Let's see. It is. I'll tell you what time it is. on the clock. The time on the clock is 9:36 in the morning.
So we've drank and done a lot of coke for what?
It's 9 in the morning.
Yeah, it's 9 in the morning. Yeah. So we left Arkham just before
Fine.
8 o'clock this morning.
Fine, it's 9 on a Saturday morning.
We're here
It's
to
fine.
party.
It's a Saturday.
Oh yeah, okay, Saturday morning, so it makes us like still, yeah,
That's
like
fine.
we're still partying from the Friday night in Arkham.
It's the 1920s.
Yeah.
So jealous.
Okay. And that's the right time.
Yes, it is indeed the right
Okay.
time. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Alright, I'll just go back to sipping on my gin at 9:30 a.m.
Okay.
Can I ask the Thomas? I'd be like, so you've not got like a servants here to like maybe cook us dinner or anything? It's just yourself catering for us.
So he turns round as you say this. Says, there is no one else here.
Is that because of the toilet situation?
Who's gonna cook dinner?
Yeah, he was.
What's the plan?
I'm sure I will be able to provide enough sustenance for everyone to eat, for everyone here. Please, if you are tired, you may make use of the resting positions.
Oh, okay.
He's calling food.
Maybe I've had too many of these.
He's calling food's sustenance and he's calling chairs
or if you
resting
prefer, there is
positions.
the socializing area.
Oh, yeah, the socializing area sounds more fun.
Let's go there.
Is this his first day as a human?
He points at the table. He points to the
Does he-
table when he's saying this.
Can
Where
I do
should
a
we?
psych-
He
can I
points
do
to
a-
the table.
Yeah.
Can I do a psychology roll because just find if this is how he always acts around us or is this new?
Yeah, because we
you-
know him.
Yeah, because we've all met him, so.
No, you haven't all met him. You've met
Oh,
him.
sorry,
You've met him on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, not
I
one
guess
lot.
I've never met him. Yeah.
I've only met him, I think, a couple of times to play chess. So
I know him.
Lillian's never. This is the first time Lillian's
I've
ever
never
met him.
I know him.
Mortimer knows him the best out of the four of you, and and sort of Gordon has met. Well, he used to be a student of the professor's.
Can I do a
is not normal, is
psychology
it?
roll just to see if he's acting like a human?
You can do
he's-
a psychology roll. Yes, you can.
Because I'm thinking like maybe like is he got dementia now or like there's something a little bit.
I mean, he's quite. Oh, he's old. He's how old?
Yeah.
I think he's in his 70s.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think he's like 72.
Oh, I think I got. To
So yeah, there is something odd. Perhaps his mental faculties have finally failed him. Perhaps this is the opportunity you've been waiting for.
Yeah.
To finally beat him.
Beat him.
Oh yeah, I'm not telling anyone about this. I'll be like, as everyone in this room can see, this man is clearly totally fine and never been in good sorts. And I would imagine you would want to witness us both play chess and possibly comment on in the newspapers.
Of course, I mean, I'm sure the professor would like to have a quick look at my book before he settles down for an entire game of chess.
Oh, I mean, chess is very relaxing as well. So,
So the professor turns around and looks at you and kind of points towards the window. Says, "Come, take in the landscape. The Norwegian woods are fine this time of year."
I'm sure they are, but we're in Massachusetts.
I heard something different. Okay.
I'm like, so where's the? Oh, so the table is his social area, basically, isn't it?
That's what he was
Yeah.
pointing
Yeah,
at.
okay.
Socializing.
At
wondered
first, I
if he
thought
was
he wanted us to lay on the table. I was like,
I thought there was going to be a trap. I thought there was going to be a trap door under the.
It's an R. Kelly kind of party.
Dear me.
I mean, we're on the cocaine at 9 in the morning. You never know.
Yeah,
I don't know
fair
what's
enough.
happening. Yeah.
So I think while everybody seems to be very confused, not only the professor, what's meanwhile, what is Mortimer doing? So you head.
I'm gonna try and open one of these slide one of these doors open, see if it's locked.
You're
Okay, no, it's
dodgy.
not locked. It's
You're
not
epic.
locked. It's not locked at
Okay.
all. No.
Curious as to what this new building is.
You can. I guess you can make an idea roll.
Oh, what idea?
Yeah, intelligence.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you do remember that the professor had discussed with you that he were that to facilitate some of his studies, he was contemplating building a new workshop.
Oh, okay.
So you suspect, in fact, as you pull open the door, this confirms that suspicion. It does indeed appear to be a workshop.
Okay, well, now it's confirmed that out of respect that I have for the professor, I won't go in snooping around.
Okay.
I'll go back to the house.
Okay.
I'll head back.
Very good.
Oh, I can't get that. Oh, there we go.
Well, hello, Snoopy McSnooperson.
All right. The professor turns to you, Marty. I hope you had a successful bowel movement, sir.
Yeah, it was little bit of a troublesome one. That one was, Professor, because it's so early in the morning. Took a bit longer than expected.
What time to be alive?
I gave you
Come,
some
sir.
code.
We are observing the wonderful
Yes.
Danish forests.
Sorry?
And he kind of stands aside and points, like dramatically towards the window.
Okay. Danish forest.
Is he like talking about the trees being like Norwegian firs, or the way words?
Well, no, we're in Denmark
yeah.
now.
No, but I don't know if he meant like you can get like a Norwegian fir, and he's saying that's what the tree is, as opposed to saying he thinks he's in.
So
Ah,
you are
okay.
familiar with the Norwegian forest?
Yeah, I played many chess games there.
Tell me all about the chess game you played in the Norwegian forest.
Well, it was with the Von Trapp sisters, and it went pretty well. Yep. Did a gambit move and won. That's all. That's all I know about. It's the only word I know that's reflected about being about chess.
That's very interesting. That is very interesting. Tell me again.
Sure. So me and the Von Helsings went to Japan. I'm chesting him now. And played backgammon. And I did a rusty trombone move.
Please explain to me the rules of please explain to me the rules of this backgammon.
Yeah, it involves. I have no idea because backgammon's very complicated unless you're of a certain age. I said just.
What age do you have to be understanding backgammon?
Oh, I mean, I think it's more that you need a lot of time to understand it. So yeah.
We have plenty of time, please. And he motions to come sit in the social area and explain to me the rules of backgammon.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah,
he goes he goes and sits down and points at the chair across from him.
Okay, I'll go and sit down. Is the clerk counting down normally? Like,
Yeah, it's just ticking away. Tick tock, tick tock.
I don't know. The clock seems weird, right? Seems
yeah, that's what I was like. Is it? Yes, it's not going backwards or like
No.
pausing
Nothing,
or.
no, nothing unusual about the clock. Just a normal grandfather clock ticking away in the background.
okay.
So, okay. Well, I guess can we ask him if he said he'll take us around the property for his amble. Can we amble around? Can he give us a tour of? Can he have a tour of his home? I would love to see his beautiful hovel and grounds.
But first, Mr. Collins, first you promise to explain the rules of this backgammon.
Sure. So, yeah, you have $1, and then you can gamble that $1 on.
So what are the rest of you doing
Code.
while Mr. Collins is explaining the rules?
Watching on in amazement. I'm like, this isn't the professor I know. So out of sorts. So I'm quietly sipping my drink from the chair, just watching this exchange between Collins and the professor at the minute.
The same,
Okay.
the same.
And how about what about Lillian?
Oh, I think.
I got kicked out and I can't get back in. So
I was going to say, I think Tara's can't log back into the game.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
No.
chilling here for a second.
Okay, let me see. It might
My character likes to get flustered, so I'm just sitting here being flustered.
It might, if it's booted yet, it might need me to restart the server. So shall we?
Oh
take
no, I'm so
That's all
sorry.
right. That's okay. That's not your
No,
fault.
no,
My
Which kid?
internet just like turned off for that much of a second.
We'll take an early
Right,
break.
does it
It's
all the
fine.
time.
So we'll
Take a 5-minute break.
we will take a 5-minute break and we're back afterwards.
That's
fine.
Mr.
And we're back.
No. Where do we leave it? What was happening?
This professor was being
yeah,
weird.
so Mr.
Collins,
Mr.
Professor.
Collins is explaining the intricacies of backgammon to the professor. What are the rest of you doing?
I was watching on this exchange, but
Aye.
I'm gonna as this conversation's going on, I'm gonna sort of pace the room and just start thumbing at the books on the shelves and make myself busy.
Okay. And what
But
about
also Snoopy.
but also what? Sorry.
Also Snoopy as
Also
well, like
Snoopy.
Snoopy. Just
Yeah.
having a
Okay.
sly snoop around.
Okay. Yeah. What about Lillian?
Yeah, you said there's several bookcases in here.
Yeah, I mean you've kind of had a look over them. There's nothing nothing unusual. Pretty standard textbooks. Like I said, there's probably amongst that there's probably some of the like papers and books that have been authored by the professor himself, but nothing untoward, nothing that you wouldn't expect to find there.
Be a little nosy and just casually like
So,
do the handle
Uh,
this door.
I'm going to ask him.
Okay.
So, what have you prepared for us to eat then, Professor? You said you prepared something.
Okay, so he looks round as Mr. Collins has explained backgammon. Looks around. Oh, what would you like for sustenance? What is your standard sustenance intake?
Oh well, at this time of the morning,
Sir.
I'm sure sausage and eggs and bacon would be lovely.
Very well, then sausage, egg, and bacon it shall be for your sustenance.
Do you need a hand in the kitchen, Professor?
I am currently sat in the social seating area.
And when you go
Yeah,
to
it's like,
prepare,
can you not see us? Can you not see us socializing?
when you go to prepare the food in the kitchen, would you like some assistance?
And he ignores you.
certainly been weirdly.
Ding.
Oh, can I put my as I'm explaining? That's sorry guys if you were watching me. I had to explain to Phil backgammon. Took 15 minutes. You didn't want to see it. It was a mess. It's quite a dangerous game. Quite a dangerous game, backgammon. It's got a lot of racism in it as well, apparently.
Yeah.
Ding time.
But can I, while we're talking, can I try and just maybe put my hand on his, because I'm like trying to explain the game to see if he feels, like cold,
Alive?
Robotic.
Cold,
Plastic.
hard. Yeah, plastic, something.
Synthetic.
Yeah, synthetic, whatever, robotic, whatever, alien, wet.
Do you want to?
Too moist, not moist.
Not moist enough.
Not moist
Yeah.
enough. I don't know. Not moist enough.
Do you want? Are you going to go about this in any particular way? Are you just going to kind of just subtly? Are you going to just like accidentally brush his hand, or going to actually place your hand firmly on his, or how exactly are you doing it?
When we get to the crescendo of explaining
romantic way.
backgammon, because it's no. When we get to the crescendo explaining backgammon, the exciting bit at the end, which of course you guys all know, it's really exciting.
Of course.
I want to grab his hand together, and that's how you play backgammon. So I get like a good few, seconds to hold his hand.
Okay.
Does it feel hand-like?
So you take his hand. It kind of when you take his hand, he kind of looks at you, kind of a puzzled look upon his face for a moment, and then he takes your hand as well at the same time. So you're both holding each other's hand.
The same handle like that.
Yeah, so you take hold of his hand, and then he takes his other hand. So you go both like clasping each other's hands. But yeah, his hand feels completely numb. It's like
okay.
I'll burn it.
I'm going to stand up and I'm going to approach the Professor and say, "So, Professor, I see finally built that workshop you talked about all this time."
Yes. Do you own a workshop, sir?
I don't.
I'm sure you must have a fine workshop.
I have an antique store. A workshop.
You own an antique store. What a wonderful subject.
Yeah, you've been there many times, Professor.
And what do you sell in your antique shop that I have been to many times?
I sell antiques, some of which you have helped me procure.
And he kind of nods and smiles.
Would there be a possibility of a tour of your new workshop? I'd love to see it.
Maybe later. There are some delicate objects.
I could help you appraise them. Obviously,
I would be happy for you to use your antique abilities to help me appraise those objects at a later time.
Okay. I look forward to it.
And he kind of like he looks at his hand, realizes he's still holding Mr. Collins's hand, and it takes his hands back. I'm afraid I'm feeling a little ill. If you will excuse me, I think I may take a few moments. And he stands up. The chair, as he stands up, he knocks the chair over. Doesn't seem to notice, and then just walks past. Pushes Lillian out of the way slightly. Not intentionally, but it just seems as if she doesn't realise she's there. And then he disappears upstairs. He disappears upstairs.
How strange.
I think he's pissed. I think he had too much of that booze.
So he's not touched any of the booze.
Oh. Okay. I guess I'll ask, Dave's character. So Dave's the one who knows him the best out of all of us, right? Like,
yeah.
He's actually, I'll be like...
He's good friends.
Okay, so like, Do you? I mean, I've only met the Thomas very briefly, but he's usually quite with it. He's beat me at chess more times than I can tell. So the fact that he can't even get out of a chair is a bit concerning. Is this normal when you've met him?
No, this must be an illness. He must be. Yeah, he is getting on in years, and for him not to realise that he's been to my antique store many times. I've known this man for a long time, and he also Gordon was a student of his.
I was,
and he didn't seem to know. This must be an illness.
the man seems demented, addled with age.
Yeah, there's. It must be his age. It must be.
Should we maybe contact a doctor or something? Like
no.
None of us are medical doctors.
It's 1920, Taylor. They put him in an asylum.
Does he have any family? Pickwick?
Not that I'm aware. He's never spoke of any family to me.
You can make an idea roll of this, Mr. Pickwick.
Oh. And I'll suddenly have a
light bulb
burst of memory. Intelligence.
Intelligence, indeed. It is indeed. It is indeed.
Oh. No.
Okay, so you've no idea. You've no idea if he's strangely, like I say, maybe it never came up in conversation. Your conversations have always mainly been
professional
academic. Professional. So isn't it? So you've no idea. You're perhaps embarrassed that you don't know, but what you do know, what suddenly strikes you, and perhaps the strangeness of your friend's behaviour has sort of pushed it from your mind. But outside there are two cars, and you know the Chevrolet belongs to the professor. He never really looks after it. It's in a little bit of a state. So this is only Mortimer that knows this. But the other car, the Model T Ford, that belongs to the housekeeper that the professor employs.
But he said he's here alone.
I'll relay that I'll be like, we never talked about his family, and to be frank, we never talked about my family. I do know that his housekeeper's car is outside, because I know about this lodge, and I know that he has a housekeeper, and the housekeeper's car is outside.
The housekeeper's car's outside. You would assume the housekeeper is here.
Well, that would be the natural conclusion, but he assured us he was alone.
I'm going to go for a look in the kitchen.
Okay. Put you in the kitchen.
I'm going to go for a nosy.
Excuse me.
Use the excuse of getting a start on these bacon and eggs if he's around, but if not, I'm just going to go for a nosy.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask Mortimer, like, what kind of artifacts were out there? I'm all interested in what did he find?
I didn't see any. I had a quick look into his new work. There's a workshop. He always talks about this workshop that he wants to build, and it looks like he's built it. And I had a quick peek inside, but I didn't actually go into the building to see. So I don't know what artifacts could be in there.
Well, maybe once we figure out he's okay, we could check it out.
Well, I am concerned for his well-being. He definitely doesn't seem himself. He seems to be having memory lapses and using, I won't say strange words, but he's using terminologies that he would never use. He's a finely spoken
Definitely
gentleman.
odd. And he's trying to get us out to the woods over here.
He's trying to get us out to the woods. He's confused. He's a confused old man.
While they're discussing, can I maybe creep upstairs after him?
You could
No.
creep up. Are you literally gonna creep upstairs, or are you just gonna walk or head up the stairs?
Well, I'll give him 5 minutes to have gone upstairs, and then I'm just gonna try and go upstairs. Yeah, just normally, yeah, because my stealth's shit. So
Okay.
There's lots of doors. We could try the doors too.
You could
Peek in.
indeed. You could indeed.
Where's the upstairs?
It's here around the corner. You can see the
Can
stairs.
I say
around the corner.
something to Taylor before he disappears, though?
Sure.
Because my guy's very, very loves this professor. But, Mr. Collins, what do you think you're doing?
I'm gonna check out if he's okay. I mean, he could like fall over or something. You sure? He kicked the chair over. He might like keel over and hurt himself. And
the man's gone for a rest. But if you're checking on his well-being, okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure he's got into bed and not fallen over.
Okay.
Okay, so meanwhile in the kitchen, Gordon, they kind of, like I said, this place hasn't got any electricity. There's no gas or anything like that, and there's a wood. The only stove is like a wood burning stove. That is it's not fully. There's kind of a light fire burning it, so you can feel the heat radiating off it. And there's a wooden countertop that's there's a rate of like a it's a typical kitchen. There's a sink with like a pump handle sink rather than taps, and there's various cupboards and things. Checking through the cupboards and under the worktops, you can see it's obvious from the food and drink supplies. Some of them look some of it's fresh food and so it must have been purchased recently. It's clear that the professor had stocked up in anticipation of your arrival. There's clearly enough food to cater for 5 of you.
I never realised that the kitchen was just this tiny little area in the map. Then, if there's no housekeeper here, I'm looking for a housekeeper. I'm gonna go look in what would be the housekeeper's bedroom. If the housekeeper's car's here, does the housekeeper live here? Is there a bedroom?
Well, you'd have to ask either the professor or Mortimer.
Mortimer, do you know if the professor's housekeeper lives here? I mean, I could judge by the size of the cottage, couldn't I?
I know he has 2 guest rooms in the house.
There's 4 guest rooms in. There's 4 guest rooms in.
I know there's 4 guest rooms in the house. Sorry, yes, there's 2 on each floor.
I'm gonna go looking for the missing housekeeper. I think.
So Mortimer, you know that the housekeeper doesn't live here. She's not like a living housekeeper.
Okay.
She just she comes she does rounds of various properties.
So I'll add that to that. Even though there's guest rooms, it's very rare for the housekeeper to stay on site. But yeah, that's definitely the car outside.
Well, the car's here. I'm gonna go looking for the housekeeper. Something strange is going on here, folks. I'm gonna go have a look for the housekeeper. I'm gonna go look in the different rooms of the house.
Okay.
Avoiding the master bedroom.
Yeah, I'm gonna open this door and see if that's one of the rooms.
Well, that door leads outside.
Oh, that's an outside door. Okay.
So Martin, you can click. You can see a little stair icon. You can click on that.
Oh, sweet. So how many? Oh, there's a lot of doors here.
So you find yourself on a a landing with several doors leading up. There is one. There's one almost immediately to your left. One, 2 to your left. One immediately to your left. This one's locked.
Oh, okay. So
there's 1 to the front of you, and then there's 2 to your right down the far end of the corridor.
Can I maybe listen around so I know which one?
You can make a listening roll. Yes, you can indeed.
Okay, to listen. Oh no!
Oh,
dear.
Not listening very well.
You don't hear me coming up the stairs behind you.
With a Oops, yeah, 'cause something happening upstairs.
So you hear what sounds like a muffled, pained yelp from somewhere in the house. You're not sure where.
Okay, I'm just gonna start. Can I open the door in front of me?
Oh,
Can I click it?
you can, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, as you do that, Gordon appears at the top of the stairs.
I'll be like, oh, are you coming to check on Thomas as well?
I'm actually going to see if the housekeeper's about.
Okay. Like, bye.
Okay. So, Mr. Collins, you open this door and it opens into what is clearly a guest room.
No dead bodies.
No, it's it's quite sparse. There's a window that overlooks the front of the property. It's quite sparse, but at the same time, it's quite homey. The bed looks like it's been slept in, and it's not been made up. But at the bottom of the bed is a pile of fresh linens. They're so fresh that you can smell. You know, they have that fresh laundry smell on them,
Nice.
as if someone has placed them there, ready to change the bed sheets.
Okay.
Okay.
Kind of wanna. Is this a
Well,
closet?
you can make it is, yeah. So it's just a walk-in wardrobe.
Oh no! I
There
was
is-
like, is it gonna like have someone like it? That's why I was checking.
No, it's just an empty walk-in wardrobe. There's maybe more bed linens there. You can make a no roll though, which would be an
Okay, yeah.
education roll.
Okay,
Or an idea, intelligence or education. I think it makes more sense for it to be intelligence, to be honest.
I'm happy intelligence is higher for me.
Yeah, make intelligence. I would think intelligence makes more sense. Okay.
Okay.
So if the professor does indeed have a housekeeper, you would expect a housekeeper to have, in anticipation of your arrival, to have made sure all these the beds in the guest rooms were ready, all changed and ready for your arrival.
I guess I'll call out to Gordon. The other guy. And just say, oh, you said you were looking for the house. I mean, I think she must be around. There's some fresh sheets there that smell. Like they must have been done very recently. So I guess she must be here somewhere. Yeah, Gordon.
Yes, it's strange that we see no sight nor sound of her. I'm going to continue to look around, my friend.
Okay, so through the door on the opposite side of the landing, you find another guest room in the same state. The bed obviously had been slept in at some point, and neatly folded at the foot of the bed is a pile of fresh linen, waiting as if someone was about to change the beds.
Not made, about to be
Yeah.
made. Yeah, okay, strange.
Yeah.
Strange. You would think this would be done in anticipation of us coming. Is this just a closet? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just another walk-in closet.
No
So,
dead bodies.
meanwhile, we'll leave you two there if you care to stay still until we return.
Sure.
So meanwhile, what is Mortimer and Lillian doing?
I want to go and check out his workshop again, but I want to go in this time. So I will say to Lillian, I'm just going to head out into, and I want to have a look inside the professor's workshop whilst he is resting.
Oh,
And then
I've got a
I'll head
flashlight.
out.
I
Oh,
could
you
join
can be
you.
with me. You could, absolutely, you're more than welcome.
Okay, so
And
you
we'll
two
head
are radio.
to the workshop.
Maybe we could
Oh.
find a clue out there.
I'm just curious that he didn't seem to know what was going on in there with it, and he had the thing built, but the doors are unlocked.
Okay. So yeah, you
So-
can go inside. Like I say, outside you can see out you as you were approaching the building.
generator outside.
On that side, you can see a generator. It's currently turned off, so there's no lights on inside. But with the door open, enough light shines in that you can
okay.
that you can see. It's dim. It's dim, but you can make out. There's various work tables around the room, piled up with there's like drafting tables. There's chemistry equipment and other less identifiable scientific devices and books and papers, seemingly haphazardly piled at random intervals. To the right, hangs on a nail an old oil lantern.
Grab that.
And in the corner is a trapdoor that presumably leads down to like a root cellar or something.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
That's what I had my eye on.
Like,
So
what's down there?
There doesn't seem to be many archaeological artifacts or anything like that.
There is all sorts of things scattered across these tables. It's just a little bit, so you can vaguely make things out, but it's too. No, there's not enough light. Just with the light that's comes through that door, there's not enough light in here to be able to see, in great detail.
But we don't know how to turn the generator on.
You could turn the generator on, yeah. It would just be a simple case of going outside and starting the generator up.
Have you got a way that I can see what they're doing?
Why does this sound ominous?
Uh,
For the viewers' sake, I'll not meta game anything, obviously, but just for the viewers.
I'll sort something for you. I'll sort something for you. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Never hesitate to split. I'm sorry. Sorry.
That's what they say, isn't it? Never hesitate to split the party. Because we never do. We never hesitate to split the party. We're like, I'll look at this, I'll look at this, I'll look at this, I'll look at this. What can go wrong?
We're in groups.
We're in groups of two. Aye, yeah. I feel that. I feel like that's safe party splitting.
Everybody's got a partner. Yeah.
We're all partnered up. That's what they say. Always split the party, or never hesitate to split the party. That's the famous saying, isn't it? Sure it is.
There you go. You should be able to see them now.
Outside, yeah, nice.
You'll have to drag the screen across.
Scroll down and you can see.
Oh, are they way across on the other one? Like where? I don't know. I still don't see anything.
We're pretty far over here.
Are they here? Because I don't. Oh no, I do now.
Yeah, well, we can see. I guess not inside the shed, but we can see.
I see now.
So,
thank you.
Could I use my flashlight and shine it on the table and like use one of my skills to kind of see if there's anything odd that stands out?
Yeah, you can use your flashlight. That'll allow you to search, to safely search, easily search around.
Can I not grab this lantern?
You can indeed. You can grab that lantern. It does appear to be like filled with oil, kerosene.
I'll grab that and light it.
Okay.
If I can.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, there'll be it's got a built-in flint thing to light it.
Perfect.
But yeah, so you can both give me a library use roll then, because you try and make sense of this chaotic. There's clearly some kind of organizational system that the professor's got, but to the untrained eye, it just looks like chaos.
Which one do you
A
want
library use, did you say?
Library use, yes.
Oh, library. Okay.
Oh dear. Oh
No, you got it.
Mine wasn't very good.
28.
Okay,
I
so
got my dice confused with
so
yours.
Lillian, looking around, there's this workshop. Like I said, there's tables that there's like covered in scientific equipment that's been used by the professor's obviously using in his research. There's also like various chemistry kits set up, and it looks like he's doing some very chemical analysis of various things. And what exactly, I'm not sure. There's nothing on display as such. But like I said, there's paper, like looking through, trying to make sense of all these papers. There's random papers scattered around and books piled about. So you're kind of like picking things up and trying to make sense of what you're seeing, but you're not seeing anything that's telling you, that you can make sense of at the moment. But perhaps with where Mortimer is more successful, and you come across a manuscript, like this collection of papers that Lillian has kind of overlooked as she's searching around the tops of the tables. So you this seems to be something. It seems to be something detail, like some studies been doing recently.
Okay.
This is Mortimer that finds this, by the way. So whether you want to share this or whether you want to look at this yourself, or
No, I'll share it. I'll so we can both try and work out what it is and
Right.
see what's going on with it.
okay. So something. So as Mortimer calls your attention to some this bundle of manuscripts he's found, something does catch your eye. But so it's up to you whether you want to go and see what Mortimer's found, or if you want to go over and see what this some kind of strange object you see.
Ooh. I don't know. Should I check out the strange object?
So do you want to go and see what Mortimer is calling you over to look at, or do you want to go and have a look? What you like I say, it's just kind of caught it out the corner of your eye. It's something that's caught your attention. You don't know what it is. You know, it's just something. It's something there that's caught your attention. No, you know.
Okay, maybe I should check it out.
Okay, so you're going. Okay,
You should definitely check out. Remember the core rule of any Cthulhu play is never read anything in a Call of Cthulhu game.
Not straight. Just don't.
Never read anything? I don't
Never
know that
read-
rule.
never
You
read anything.
You don't know the rule when he's
Never
like,
read a
"Do you wanna
mysterious
the
book out
Do you want to
loud,
read the book out? Do you want to
No.
read the book out loud? Do you want
It's
to
like a
read the
rule.
Well,
book?
I'm
yeah.
glad to know.
Never read the book ever. Sorry. You can look at
Okay,
the
well,
object. Look at the object, but don't read the book.
Okay, good to know.
Okay. So, Mortimer, you're looking over this manuscript. Lillian appears distracted, although you're alerted to what you found. She appears distracted by something, and you see her wander over to one of the tables at the far end of the workshop. This kind of quickly skimming through these notes. There's a collection of notes that Thomas has been keeping. That detail kind of like rough notes that speak about an experiment that he's been doing on something like a strange piece of wire that was recovered decades ago from a dig in Egypt. And in the notes, he writes about how he'd forgotten about it and he'd rediscovered it when he was it was kind of tucked away in the corner of a storage container, and he'd rediscovered it when he was going through like recataloguing old finds. And these papers contain like these rambling theories about what this thing is, this wire that he refers to as the lonely thread.
And what are the how many rambling theories and what kind of theories are there?
So that will take you several minutes to read that.
I'll do that. I'll peruse over it. And
Okay. So meanwhile,
I'm curious.
You, Lillian, you head over to this something that catches your eye. You head over
Shiny?
and shining your. Maybe it does. Yeah, maybe it does kind of glints off the light from your flashlight. As you point your flashlight to head over to it, it's maybe not as interesting as it first looked. You see, there's a carpenter's vise, and it's surrounded by piles of scientific monitoring equipment. Include being a scientist. Include what you recognise as a Gauss meter, which is a magnetometer for monitoring magnetic fields, electromagnetic fields. And fastened in this vise is what looks like a long cream-coloured piece of wire. It's about the length of your forearm, and it's mounted inside the grip, the vise of this, the grip of this vise, this carpenter's vise.
Interesting. Okay.
And as you kind of look, you kind of get close to it, look at it, look, it looks
It's just like a little thread.
No, it's about, like I say, it's about the length of your forearm, so it's maybe about almost 12 inches long, and
But,
it's
like, thin?
long, creamy. It's about the thickness of an electrical wire, but
Okay.
it's stiff. It's held in the teeth of this vice, and it's like almost like cream colored, almost like ceramic looking.
Interesting. And we've got an
And then
electromagnetic.
it twitches and it wriggles almost like a worm.
Oh, can I use my biology?
And you can make
roll?
a sanity roll. You can make a sanity roll.
A sanity
Uh,
roll. Oh,
Yeah. As this wire suddenly, this solid sort of piece of wire suddenly twitches and wriggles of its own accord as if it's
you
alive.
looking at tapeworms? What's happening?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! So you lose a point of sanity, and which means you will take an involuntary reaction as you at the shock of what you've seen. Let me have a look.
It started, Sarah. It
You're rolling.
started.
You're
Oh
rolling.
great!
Phil, you're rolling privately, by the way. Are you
I
supposed
know
to
I am
be, or-
rolling privately.
Yeah?
I
Okay.
know
That's
very well that I'm
intentional.
rolling.
Okay.
I
just
know very
checking.
well that I'm rolling privately.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Me too, Sarah.
Okay,
So I lost
so
1
you
point.
kind of
so
like
49.
so you lose 1 point of sanity, and you're in
Okay.
shock at this impossible sight. You stagger backwards. You kind of like walk back away in
Right.
shock from it, and then suddenly come to your senses as you suddenly collide. You're back into Mortimer.
Okay.
And Mortimer, you're kind of looking through these papers, and suddenly Lillian backs into you.
Shut the
meanwhile-
papers out of my hand.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, your papers drop all over.
Damn it, woman! What are you doing?
Right, and
Like-
meanwhile, back in the house. So
I love how we're discussing like, oh, I wonder what fabric softener she uses on these sheets.
The Cottage smells
Well-
so nice.
Me and you are lying on the bed like this is quite comfy, isn't it?
It's like this
Oh,
is
gin
it's
in
like,
hand, like that.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
we've got Coke, we've got a full liquor cabinet that we found downstairs. So I'm having a good weekend.
We'll continue. Let's continue to
Suddenly
look
I'm
for
not
this.
good.
Come with me, Taylor. Let's continue to look for this missing housekeeper, shall we?
Yeah, well, we know one of the rooms is locked and one it must be the
Okay,
toilet.
so-
That's a bathroom.
So, Mr. Collins, you're following Mr. Fraser, and as you were approaching, maybe you just get to hear just a little bit.
Fair enough,
obviously
yeah.
just a little bit behind. Obviously, you don't want to walk too close to somebody, and that would be.
Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Maybe I do.
When suddenly the door opens. Oop.
Oh.
The door opens, and Professor Thomas is stood in the doorway, and he looks at you, kind of the same confused look, and then when he sees you, he seems to notice you. Doesn't seem to notice you at first, and then his eyes kind of focus on you, and he sees you for the first time, and his face goes from that kind of like confused, almost blank expression to this look of anger, and he lets out this high-pitched, almost inhuman shriek, and launches himself at you.
What?
And just rushes at you, arms in the air, rushes charges towards you and attacks you.
Whoa.
Okay, can I dodge him or punch him back or what? One of my options of
your options. What do you want to do?
Well, he's an
I
old
mean,
man,
it's-
Taylor. Go easy on him.
I know. I feel I more want to like push him off me.
I
Like,
mean,
the
I've got a
equivalent of
feeling it's not an
grappling.
old man. Above the table, he's a
Yeah, I
Muggle
know,
or
but-
something, but still,
Suddenly
he's an old man.
moved
Go
his
easy on him.
spine.
Yeah, no, I want to kind of the equivalent of grapple him. So I'm like, oh, could I just like restrain him? Somehow?
You
Yeah.
could, yeah. That'd be like a fighting maneuver. So, you watch your
brawl?
dexterity. It is essentially brawl, but yeah,
Give him a rugby
you're
tackle.
seeking to try and restrain him. Yeah.
So my dex is 55, so I'm
Okay,
happy
so
to-
that means your dex is higher than his, so it means you can react before him.
Sweet. So I don't have to roll. I just naturally do it.
Yeah, so you just do the fighting brawl. No, you still have to make the roll,
Sweet.
but you.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay. Oh no, I don't think I did well. Can I push it?
It would
you
only cost you 6
cannot-
luck to pass that.
You
can
cannot
spend
push
luck.
combat, so it's essentially combat. You can spend luck if you wish.
Oh, I'll do luck because I'm reasonably lucky because
Yeah,
I'm a
so if
chess
you-
player. I'm
so
a
if you
chess
click on
player.
So if you click on it, it'll expand
Oh.
and there'll be buttons to spend the luck that you need.
It's only 6.
Hold on.
So there'll be a button that says spend 6 luck to pass.
It says 110. Oh no, I can't. Where is it?
In chat, if you click on the little where your roll is,
Click on the spider.
click on the roll card on the little
Oh.
red spider, you'll expand
Oh.
it and you'll see buttons.
Oh, mine just when I click it, it just says 110's dice.
Oh, you've rolled dexterity as well and not fighting brawl.
Oh, is that so that? Oh, so do I need to roll the brawl instead, or
Yeah,
can I?
yeah.
Oh,
You
okay. Cool.
can, yeah, roll a brawl instead. We'll let you roll.
That's fine. Okay. Fingers crossed it's better.
No,
It's
worse.
not.
Of course not. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot worse.
I'm not spending luck on that.
That'd be 48 luck.
Okay. So the professor, as you try and grab him, the professor, fights back against you. But yeah, he's quite weak and feeble, being like 72, and kind of just like flail and struggle against you. So Gordon, you suddenly hear this going on behind you, and you turn around, you see Mr. Collins and the professor grappling with each other.
Professor, calm down and I'll attempt to grapple the professor with advantage. With a bonus dice.
You'll do it with you. Yes, you will do it with bonus dice because you outnumber him.
Yeah, choke him out. Choke him out.
So what you do?
Calm down.
What you,
Just a
so you're
tackle.
doing
Like a tackle like he's doing a restrain. I'm going to use the fact that he's restraining him to get the advantage to double restrain him to try and get him pinned down.
Well, yeah. So Mr. Collins hasn't managed to get hold of him, but you want to try and restrain him as well?
Yeah, but I've got a bonus dice there.
Yeah, you've got a bonus dice because you outnumber him.
Excuse me.
Come on.
Ooh.
There
you go.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you managed to distract perhaps with the professor distracted by Mr. Collins. You're easily able to grab the professor, wrapping your arms around his arms, holding his arms to the side of his body, and it's not too hard. Like I said, the professor is old and he's weak, even though he strains and he sort of writhes and strains against you. His head thrashing about. He's like just this inhuman, like high-pitched screaming, ranting, and froth and spit, being coming from his mouth as he thrashes his head, flings his head back and forth.
Calm down,
Trying
Professor.
to,
Calm down.
Trying to get at you.
You're acting insane, Professor. You need to calm down. You're not well. You need to stop. We'll get you a lie down in a moment and we'll call a doctor. Professor, calm down. It's me, Gordon Fraser, your old student. I'm here visiting you with some other friends. You're not yourself.
Okay, he's going to try and break free. He tries. Yeah, so his feet is just like a madman. Like I say, he's just ranting and screaming at you. It's clear, not even in the professor's voice. The pitch of his voice is completely wrong.
Can I try and grab some of the bed sheets and like wrap him, like restrain him?
Yeah,
Mollify him.
Help?
You could.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
you can.
What
You could
roll?
certainly do that.
What roll for that?
What roll for that? I would guess give us a dex roll. You can do it with a bonus dice because
Okay.
Mr.
bonus
Fraser
dice.
is restraining him. So you go and get some bed sheets, and try.
Yeah,
and
fresh. Do you know why he can have dirty bed sheets? Because he's been a naughty little old man. So, no fresh bed sheets for him. Yay! Finally.
Yay.
So,
Okay, so yeah, you managed to you managed to restrain the professor, tying him up with the bed sheets, and again, but it doesn't stop. Is like his manic attempts to try and break free, and he's kind of like I say, still trying to like put
Yeah.
like break out these restraints. His head like thrashing backwards and forwards.
Get him wrapped up like when you swaddle a
Okay.
baby.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
it's-
When you wrap
it's
them
completely
right up
tied
and they
up.
can't move. Get him like that.
so can we like move past him into the room because I'm worried about the housekeeper as well at this point. That the sheets
So
are there. And,
Yeah, where did she
like,
go?
So what you're
can I-
leaving? So you're leaving him in the leaving him.
Well, no,
tied up in
I'm
the
lit.
corridor?
I'm right next to him. I just want to, in case she's like, bound
No,
and
you
gagged
look-
in the room.
Oh, okay.
You
So
go
you're just
look
gonna
for
peer in
you.
through the door.
You go. I'll restrain him. You go look for the housekeeper, Taylor.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Okay,
she's gonna be in the closet, isn't she? She's gonna be in the final fucking closet.
So what are you doing then, Gordon?
Restraining him. Just restraining him.
Okay,
making
so
sure that
you're just going to hold him in place, right?
In
okay,
fact,
yeah,
can I-
that's easy.
Could I pick? I know he's frail and old, but could I pick him up and get him to a bed? Put him on a bed.
You could do, yeah. I
I'll
would
give him a
say,
fireman.
you
I'll
need
give
to
him
make
the
a
old fireman's carry. Get him
Yeah.
up on my shoulder, and then I'm going to bring him through and put him on the bed.
I'll put him on the on his bed. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, right. Okay, so you go through into the master bedroom, I suppose you would call it. So it's quite it's quite plush. There's a big comfortable bed. There's an armchair to one side and a dressing stand. And as you step in, you see this first, Mr. Collins. As you step in, you can see tossed about and lying on the floor various personal items, including a clothes brush, comb, coffee mug, broken drinking glass, a pair of scissors. But there's no. It doesn't look like, not in the sense that it looks like somebody's robbed the place, burgled it, and turned. There don't appear to be any rhyme or reason to the things scattered across the floor. But Mr. Collins, you can make a psychology roll.
Let's see if I'm okay with this today. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so
26.
like I said, there's a pattern of these things just randomly tossed about the room, and it's almost as if the person who did it was like consumed in the grip of some kind of mania, some mental episode.
Yeah. I mean, this all checks that he's. I mean, I'll tell my friend. I'm like, yeah, I think he's having a full psychotic break. I do think we really need to actually get him to an asylum or to be assessed or something, because he kind of attacked us, and also, he could hurt himself.
Yeah, we do need to get a doctor
So-
out here. You're right, my friend. What's
And
what's
also,
going on
I
in
mean,
here?
I'm gonna wink at you and be like, and also, maybe he could write you a review of your book and play a quick game of chess. If you want to, if we both want to witness each other this happening.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, we've got witnesses.
Yeah. Before his hands are broken.
I have a look
will
in-
just say that he seemed to.
I have a look in the
just
door,
say he
Phil.
had a bit of a mental breakdown after he reviewed your book and played chess with me, and then he went crazy.
My book was so good it made him go crazy.
Yeah, he just couldn't handle it from the chess and the thing. Yeah.
Okay, so you while he's doing it, you push on the door, which appears to open into a study. As you open the door, suddenly the intensity, the pitch of the screaming that from the professor, like reaches a new level of intensity, and he sort of like looks like he's going into convulsions. His body sort of arches up, lifting him up off the bed as he he's kind of like his back arches. And then he gives this like kind of like his scream chokes off, and he just falls limp off the bed. And you can both make a spot hidden roll.
Oh.
That doesn't sound
Calm
good.
down there, Prof.
Oh, yeah, he managed to do it. Well done.
Oh, and me.
Okay, so like I said, the professor goes
That's a
because
sinister
it looks like
laugh.
because it's convulsions. Is like arcs, his back arcs. He's kind of almost lifting him off his bed. You know, he's like this, his shoulders and his feet on the bed, lifting him up, and then he just goes limp.
Ooh.
And then you see the bed sheets, the bed sheets wrapped around, kind of like wrapped around him. So the kind of you can see the move. You can see a slight movement, and then something emerges, like squeezes out from beneath the professor's shirt and through between these bed sheets that you're bound around him, and this black thing, like a collection of like black filaments, almost like a clump of like black hair, or like a sea anemone, and like an urchin, sorry, like a sea urchin.
Are they
Like,
black
like one of them
spiky
shells,
ones?
like,
Yeah.
but yeah, black, but it's not. But there's no like solid shell. It's just like this black mass with all these black spiny filaments that are drip. You can see droplets of blood covering them, and as it kind of half moves and half crawls across the bed sheets, it leaves these these kind of little spots of blood. And you can both make a sanity check.
We definitely need to get this man a doctor, Martin.
Yeah, it might be too late now, though.
Might be, mate.
Mm.
Ooh, that's a pass for me.
If you pass,
Oh,
you
it's not-
lose one.
It's not
Oh.
for me. I failed it. and
So
I died.
if you pass, you lose one. If you fail, you lose 1d4.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
So you both have an involuntary reaction.
Yeah,
This
nice
is
roll.
Oh, I
kind
just lose one anyway, because it's not that scary. It's not as bad as backgammon.
This is kind of what it looks like. Although if you imagine it was black rather than the kind of purple, I think.
Ooh.
That's the bad. That's a bad STI.
But it's small. It's about the size of your fist, and with all these, like I said, these filaments, these black filaments. Some of them look like sharp, like needles.
We definitely need to get this
You're
man
like
a
Gordon,
doctor.
I think he had an STI from what he's been up to. We need to get him.
So yeah, involuntary action. So let me see. So. Oh god, I forgot the characters' names.
Collins.
He's Taylor Collins.
Taylor O'Collins, yeah. Or Tay.
Yeah, Gordon. So Gordon, yeah, the sight of this, you are suddenly you feel your gag reflex go in your throat, and you can't help but like grabbing hold of the bed. You just can't help but like just vomit as you see this thing. Kind of, it crawls up the wall and across the ceiling and out over the door frame and out the door into the corridor. You can see this like trail, a smeared trail of blood as it is marking its passage. Mr. Collins, you kind of just like Mr. Collins just like and passes out.
Oh.
Jesus.
Kind of looks like he's going to scream and then just like. And
Okay, I'll
hits
go
the
over.
floor.
I'll go over to Collins and try and resuscitate him then first.
It's because I know I'm not going to get that chess match, and I'm like, oh my god,
That's what you're worried
No life.
I'll try and
Okay, so
resuscitate him.
meanwhile, back in the barn.
Ugh.
So Mortimer, Lillian suddenly backs into you, knocking the papers from your hand. They're scattered across the floor.
Can't see in the barn anymore, Phil.
You should still be able to. It's still got the same permissions. You just have to move the screen around.
Yeah, I can see. We can see the cars now on mine.
No, it's I don't see it again.
Well, nothing's changed. Maybe
That's
just
weird.
refresh your window.
Okay.
Okay, so what are you two doing? So, like I say, Lillian just backs into you.
Yeah, I'm picking up these papers that are dropped. What are you doing, woman?
I'm just like
Mine-
trying to blabber out, like, and pointing over to the weird worm string thing over there. It's really hard to get the words out.
What are you pointing at? What is it? What is it?
Go look at that vice over there. There's like
You're
a string worm.
You're so mean. You're so mean making him do that.
Me?
Because you're like, oh, go and look at the thing that'll make you have sanity loss.
Well, I'm gonna go look because what is it? And I'll look thing that she's pointing to.
Okay, so you can see this like carpenter's vice, and it's surrounded by these like scientific monitoring equipment, including this Gauss meter, and trapped in the jaws of this vice is this like pale white ceramic looking thread about the length of your forearm, but as you look at it, it kind of like it's just solid, just straight, and then it suddenly writhes and wriggles in the
moved.
And you can also make a sanity roll.
Well, why not?
Yeah, I still don't see you in the barn anymore, Phil. After refreshing, I don't know what happened.
No, I don't know. I'll just
I'm gonna make a blind character in Call of Cthulhu, so I never have to roll anything for the combat.
You don't have to see anything.
Just like feeling around.
Yeah. The permissions are still the same. Although you should be able to see. I'm not sure why you can't.
It's odd.
I passed, Phil.
You passed. Okay, then you lose nothing. You lose nothing.
But I'm gonna. I can still see this thing, and I'm still gonna think it's weird.
Oh God,
I'm gonna step back, and I'm gonna say, but do any of the papers talk? I know they had the theories about what was referred to as the lonely thread.
So you can have a look, yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, can I try and recall? Describes this thing.
So looking at the papers, he like I say, he writes that about this thing that he found tucked away in an old box from an old dig in Egypt. And he writes that he'd forgotten about this like wire and rediscovered it hidden away in one of the storage containers. And these papers, the studies he seems to be conducting, his research conducting, seems to be to do with this wire, this thing that he calls the lonely thread. And as you look through the strange, just totally out there theories that is like proposing in these notes, that he claims he's been using this lonely thread to contact other worlds. And he mentions several times that he should really lock the thread away in his wood cellar until he's sure it is safe. But there's no mention of him ever doing that.
Okay, I will. Can I pocket those papers?
You can, yeah.
Yeah.
And clearly you never did, because it's still, you can, like I said, this thing is in the...
And obviously I'll relay this to the professor. He wrote about this thing, but he talked about putting it in the cellar, but he clearly never got round to it. I think we should go back to the house and speak to the professor.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll head back to the house.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you head back to the house. And you head back to the house. Let's get you wait till you move back to the house.
Oh, y'all are upstairs. Oops.
Yeah, go through the door, Sarah. He's got him.
Oh.
That's it.
My bad.
That's it.
Just trying to barrel through the wall. What is this force field? Okay, sorry.
And we can hear that as we come into the house.
Yep. You hear the clock strike, chime 11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock. Okay.
It's time for another gin, I think.
I know. I'm like, I see my glass on the table. I'm just gonna finish my drink really quick.
I mean, it's officially brunch, so And,
So as you hear that, as the last of the as you hear the clock chime upstairs, you hear a thud, you hear kind of like commotion from somewhere upstairs,
Uh-oh.
and then a shout, and then like I said, then a thud as if someone hitting the ground.
Oh gosh, we
Right,
better
we'll
go
go.
check that out.
Yeah, we'll go upstairs.
Okay, so if you go on the stairs, you see a little stairs icon. I'll just click on that, and it'll whisk you away. Oh, you move it. There you go. And click.
There we go.
Boom.
I'll figure it out one of these days.
So you find upstairs. You find Mr. Collins unconscious in the professor's bedroom. Gordon Fraser stood nearby, and the professor laid apparently unconscious, bound with bed sheets on the bed. But you also see there's like droplets of blood, a trail of droplets of blood across the bed sheets, and then smeared up the wall and across the ceiling.
What the devil's happened in here?
The professor's took a funny turn and he's attacked us. He jumped on Collins. We've restrained him and tied him up in the bed sheets, and they say he's got some strange disease. We need to get a doctor to him immediately. He has some wound in his abdomen. Something came out of it. You see the streak of blood.
I can see the blood. That's why I'm concerned.
Something crawled out of him. Some sort of parasite's been in the man's body. He's got some serious illness. He must have contracted something in the tropical jungles or something away on his archaeological travels. He's got some tropical, strange, exotic thing that I've never seen before. Something crawled out of his body. Tell the man, Collins. I'm not making this up. It's true.
I presume I'm coming round because I just passed out for a moment.
Oh yeah, you're passed out.
Yeah, just a moment. It's only for a moment. Yeah, it's only.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm like, oh, he's totally correct, and it's weird. Like, I just beat him at chess, and then this all happened. Yeah, it was insane. Like, I mean, we had a quick chess game, didn't we?
That's right.
And he was
you won. Yeah.
He was reading my friend's book, and he was like, "This is the best book I've ever read. I'm gonna do you, what's it called? That thing you do at the start of the book."
Yeah, the
prologue.
Yeah, the other authors do. Yeah, he was gonna do that, and then this thing just burst out of him, and
screamed in an unhuman tone. There's something. Some strange.
Can I use my biology skill to like look at the slime that he left behind?
It's blood. It's blood.
It's just all blood. Okay.
Yeah. You can see. Perhaps you noticed there's like a growing patch of blood. Coming from beneath the professor.
I was going to ask. Is anybody here medically trained? Check on the professor.
Oh my god!
Is he still now? He's not moving.
He's not moving. No.
The professor's body. No.
Do we know the basic pulse check?
I've got a 30.
We got first aid.
I've got 30 first
do first aid.
My medicine is 1.
Oh, we do.
Mine's 1 as well. That's why it said.
Well, my first aid is 40. I'll do it.
Yep. Give us a first aid roll.
That's better than
Can I assist her?
Oh.
Not really, no.
No. Okay.
You don't need to.
Already. Sorry.
No.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Okay. So what are the rest of you doing while Lillian is checking?
Can I look for the thing that came out of him?
Speak to.
You can, yeah. So you saw it go. It went through the door. Last thing you saw, it went out the
I
door.
don't want to lose that.
I'm gonna find the thing that came out of him, Collins.
Good luck.
Could be dangerous. Are you coming?
Okay, so you went out there. What's Collins doing and what's Mortimer doing?
I'm gonna pretend to help Sarah's character, but I'm secretly trying to fleece the guy a little bit, like check his pocket. Like, in case he's got like a gun or a key or a Cthulhu medal around his neck or anything. Yeah, I want to check his body out, yeah.
What about Mortimer, Mr. Pickwick?
What is Mortimer doing? He will follow Gordon.
Uh-huh.
And assist, but also explain what he found in the workshop, the notes on
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a good
the
idea.
ramblings of found in the notes, and see if it
Okay.
sounds anything like his mysterious parasite that he,
I'd be very
It
It
curious.
sounds like what? Sorry.
I'll just explain. I'll show him the notes, and I'll say this professor was working on something, and he has something in the workshop that sounds a little bit like something that you saw. He calls it the lonely thread. I don't know what it is. I saw it, and it moved, and it was weird. So there's definitely something weird going on.
Well, a moving thing came out of him, a living thing, some sort of parasite was inside his body.
And this is what I'm saying. Maybe he brought something back from.
Yeah, let's find it.
So the blood, as you walk out onto landing, you can see the blood trail grows across the ceiling and into the bathroom.
Ooh.
Oh,
And once you're in the bathroom, you can clearly see this blood trail goes across, like down the bathroom wall, across the tile floor, up and out of the window.
The bathroom that doesn't work.
I'll go look out. I'll go look out the window then.
So you see nothing. You maybe see a few trace like spatters of blood on the roof tiles directly outside the window, but there's no sign of it.
Whatever it is, it's gotten outside. We'll have to call hazard control. This could be a big danger to the environment. This could be from anywhere. This could be from any exotic part of the world, and could be a massive. It's like a danger to the bio thing. Like the
outbreak or
the ecology,
like that.
it could just but not just that. Anything foreign to the ecology can like foreign plants can be pests when you bring them to the wrong region, can destroy things. It could be extremely destructive.
So meanwhile, back in the main bedroom, Lillian,
Yes.
you're checking over the professor. There's a wound upon his back, like almost like a circular wound. Looks like teeth, but not only that, there are numerous needle marks up and down his spine.
Ew. Like it attached on and.
If they're claiming there was some kind of parasite, it looks like something was attached to his back. But not only that, the professor's body is going into shock, and he will die if you don't do something quickly.
I do.
Just looking at you going like, you should do something. Like, built for his pockets.
Did you find anything in his pockets?
No, there's nothing in his pocket. There's nothing in his pockets.
Yeah.
So as you're looking through his pockets, you're like, hey, Lillian, you checked him over, checked it, like see the wound, you check his butt, check his pulse, check his vitals, and you say he's in severe shock. His body's
All
going
I
into
have
shock
is
and
a
he's going
ball
to
of
die.
string.
It would be possible. You can make another first aid check, try and stabilize him. But while you're checking his pockets, Mr. Collins, suddenly the professor's eyes kind of weakly flicker open, and you hear there's an exhale of breath, and then you realize that he's trying to speak.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna try to stabilize him like you said too while he's doing that.
Okay.
Okay, I'll maybe. I'm guessing there's probably not a glass of water near the bed. I kind of want to get yeah, I'm gonna try and speak to him, but also be like, if he wants to put a bloody hand on my nice jacket, he could maybe write something in his own blood, if that's easier.
So you think if you get closer, you might be able to whisper. He's like hoarse, barely able to raise his voice, but he's saying something.
Okay, I'll get close, but if he injects something into my head, I'm gonna be really pissed off.
I don't know.
Well, I'll go for it. I'll tell Lillian and be like, Lillian, if you see something exploding out of his head, just let me know.
Definitely.
Okay, so Lillian, at the same time, you're desperately trying to stabilize the professor.
Yes.
But with a 54, that means you have failed. And before
Oh,
the
no.
professor, before the professor
Oh.
breathes his last,
Can
you
she
will
not
be-
push it?
there's a-
Can she not push
you,
it?
you got to come up with some way of pushing it. So to push a roll, you
Or
need
spend
to.
luck. You can spend luck.
You could spend luck. You could spend luck to save him.
I think
It
you
would
should
cost
do
you-
it. I
it
think you
would
should
cost-
do it.
It would cost you
do it.
14 luck to save him.
14 or 40?
14.
14. It's
Okay,
not
I've got
50,
50
that's-
luck.
Do it.
Do I just hit the luck?
So if you click on the little spider button in the chat, you know where the roll is. See a little red spider. If you click on that, it'll expand it, and there'll be buttons
Yep.
that says "Spend 14 luck to pass." You click
Oh,
on that button.
Okay. I can't look.
There you go.
Yay.
There,
Okay.
Was it good?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, did it. Okay. So you just managed to stabilize him, and before he lapses into unconsciousness again, you hear him. The professor whispers, breathe like a sort of whispers, hoarse whisper into your ear, and he says, "Channel the cellar."
Panel the cellar.
Journal the cellar. Okay.
Channel the cellar.
Oh. Well, that was it. Channel the cellar. Okay.
Okay, so what are you two doing? What's Mortimer and Gordon doing? You're in the both in the bathroom.
I'd come through and
Oh,
witness
wow.
this.
Back
No,
in
you
the
didn't.
bedroom.
No, you were in the bathroom when this happened.
You snuck out. You know Phil by now. He's not having that.
No, I know.
So by the time, so you return. So if you return to the bedroom, you return to the bedroom with Lillian checking over the professor. Mr. Collins leant over him. Yeah, but the professor is You can see he's breathing like shallow breath, but he's unconscious.
Unconscious. Okay.
We need to get help. We need to get
Can you
help.
get a doctor
Professor.
here now? Has he
Well,
got a
that's it.
telephone?
We
I'm
think
gonna
we
go
found
down.
it.
Gonna go downstairs see if he's got a
There's no
telephone.
telephone. There's no telephone. There's no
No.
telephone.
He doesn't
There's
have
no
a phone in the cabin.
electricity.
He doesn't have
Uh,
distractions to get him into one of the cars.
We'll need to get him in
Arkham's
a car.
over an hour away. I'll look at Lillian and say, will he last an hour? Because he doesn't look well.
So Lillian, you think he should be fine. He should be fine now. He still needs medical attention, but he's not going to die.
I think if we just leave him here and undisturbed, he whispered, channel the cellar? Channel the cellar?
Channel the
Maybe
cellar.
there's-
So channel the cellar. So
Maybe there's something we can help him with in there.
so Mortimer, you can make an idea roll with a bonus dice when they say this.
Intelligence plus one.
Intelligence, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh Jesus, Dave.
Oh no!
Oh no!
88 with the bonus
dice.
dice.
Past that.
Hey,
Have I got enough? Yeah, I have got enough.
oh, you're going to spend
Hey.
luck on that? That you
I
can
know,
if you
yeah.
want.
It's a one shot. Let's go. Let's go.
Come on. He's gonna hit us with a
So-
group luck roll in a minute. Watch the Phil special.
yeah.
Oh my god.
So
Um,
when Lillian says this, like channel. Martha Charnel, that's the name of the housekeeper.
Oh.
Charnel,
Oh.
the housekeeper. And then can I make the assumption that when he says cellar, he means the one in his workshop?
I mean, you can make any assumptions you like.
I will look at Lillian and say, the hatch in the workshop.
Yeah.
Charnel, the housekeeper. She must be in there. But why
gotta
would
go
he say
check it
that?
out.
We've got, and we'll explain it to Collins and Gordon.
Go ahead.
We-
Go and explain
Well,
it.
When we went to the workshop, the new workshop the professor had built, there was I've already showed Gordon the rambling notes,
Uh-huh.
Yes.
and there was a hatch that we didn't open, which I wonder if that's the cellar.
That's probably the cellar.
It's got to be, unless we search the house for a cellar.
I mean, maybe we should check his study out first. Maybe he's got some notes on the cellar and etc.
Would you like to split up? We
No,
check.
no. There's some
No.
weird starfish monstrosity.
I think when we go
Ah.
into a cellar, we should stay together.
Okay. Well, I want to go in. I'm gonna go in his study because
Okay.
you know, he must. You know, we know that the you know, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But okay, I'll come with you guys. But I just want to quickly check in case he's played chess recently, or left his seal or his pen that can sign things.
And what's everybody else doing while Mr. Collins
No reason.
checks,
Yeah, no
searches
reason.
the study?
No, getting ready to
I'm
go out
gonna
and
go
find the
downstairs.
cellar.
Well, there might be a cellar in the house that we don't know about yet. I mean, I've got
There
a
was
bit
a
of an
couple of
idea of the
doors.
house.
Oh yeah,
it
yeah.
could-
There's all that.
I-
Yeah, true.
Although I've been to this, I know the layout of the house, but I've never been into all the rooms. So I think there's a cellar. I think the cellar is the one in the new workshop that he's referred. That's the one he's referring to. I'm convinced of it.
Yeah, you
Just
don't
head out
know
there
of, you certainly don't know of a cellar of the house.
In the house.
House. I'm
Yeah,
guessing, no.
I'm convinced it's the outside. I think we need to get to.
Let's go and check it out.
I would imagine.
Okay.
I mean, we could pop these doors open.
Oh,
Oops.
I'm gonna pause you while you stop
oh.
wandering, while you're all wandering around.
Sorry.
Oh, can't run away too far.
So is that so? So what are you three doing then?
Naughty players.
Naughty players. So where are you going, you three?
I'm going to the workshop.
Workshop.
So you're going to the workshop?
I'm going to the table for a refill. No, it's just...
Are you sniffing a wee?
Couple of lines, yeah, a couple of lines, and allow me to get it on.
And is it Mortimer looks like he's heading towards the cars? Is that right?
I'm going to the.
Oh no,
workshop.
sorry, not Mortimer. Sorry, Gordon.
I'm going to the workshop.
Oh, okay. I'm not
But-
sure why you're going out from
Well,
there.
where is it? Is it out this way?
It's in the back. It's in the back.
This way, Mortimer.
Okay. I can't move 'cause
Gordon,
he's
it's
close.
this way.
He's paused it. I
Go
can't move.
back.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're all. So I'm going. Sorry. I'm going to just drag you all together, and then I shall move you all to the outside.
Can't
of
be
the
trusted. Can't be trusted.
Can't trust pesky players. So
Motherfuckers.
let's move you all into there. So,
Phil, as we've discussed before, the worst thing about Call of Cthulhu is the players. Like, if you could just get rid of them and just read the
Wow.
book and just like tell everyone what happened, it'd be way easier.
right, okay, so yeah, so despite what everybody said, the unbeknownst to you, Mr. Collins, the others leave you and leave the house and head out across the yard and into the workshop, leaving you to search the study. And you can give me a what would it be? Give me a spot hidden roll.
Okay. Got a success,
Okay.
normal success.
Yeah, it's a normal success. It's fine. Okay, so the study is filled, as you no surprise, the study is filled with books, wooden cabinets with knickknacks and sort of mementos from the professor's various expeditions around the world and archaeological digs. But it's dominated by this large desk that faces the window, and perhaps as you're searching the desk, that is when you notice. You see the other three crossing the yard and disappear through the doors into this big, like barn-sized building behind the house. And perhaps maybe you're just about to like open the window and shout ask them what the hell they're doing, when you notice there is a journal, a diary on the desk, and it's open. It's open. It lies open, and there is an entry dated from yesterday.
If it starts with Yogg-Sothoth, I'm not reading it.
It does
Like,
not.
if the first sentence is, I'm like, not reading it.
It starts for. The first words it says for years.
Okay, I'm happy with that. I'll read that. But if anything starts sounding very guttural, I might stop reading it.
Okay, I shall show it. I'll show it to the people at home, and I shall show it to just you, Martin. The others can't aren't allowed to see this. Do you want to? I mean,
I can read it out if you
yeah,
want.
yeah, read it out then.
Okay. So, for years I have resisted the urge to detail my studies of the mysteries of the universe in this diary. I know all too well that telling memories of dark forces bled into your everyday life is a surefire path to the abyss. I'm not sure what this is.
But damnation.
Oh, by damnation, I must get these thoughts down. The object from the Cairo dig site, which I have taken to calling the... I can't read the...
Lovely thread.
Oh, lovely thread is decided...
Lonely thread.
Oh, lonely thread. So lovely thread sounds better. Is decidedly not of this earth. There's no doubt about that. This artifact is active. It responds to something unseeable, something from elsewhere. It is as if an invisible force tugs upon it. I believe this strange wire could be the secret to reaching beyond, perhaps to
dimensions
beyond our perception. Just in case this, I can't read the words, but it's weird writing. Previously, the thread's movements were erratic, based on my assumptions that the thread is somewhere entangled with an otherworldly counterpart. I moved it in accordance with simple counting systems, Morse code, and a variety of other communication techniques. Today, I believe I have noticed a pattern of response. I hope that I have established communication with whatever is pulling on the wire from the other side. Enough for now. I will see to more tomorrow before my guests arrive. I'll destroy this entity after breakfast and resubscribe it into my manuscripts in the workshop. Best to keep this sort of research carefully hidden away.
Okay, so that is, of course, that takes you some time to find and read that. So in the meantime, you three have entered into the workshop.
Yep.
Do you think that we should turn the generator on? Maybe it will help us see in the cellar.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's just right outside.
Just outside.
Yeah,
Are you gonna, Lily? Going to turn it on? I'm going to point to the thing on the vice, but I'm going to tell Gordon just be careful. That's where the thread is.
I'm more interested in this cellar. I'm more.
It's there. There's just not a thing to show. It's there.
I'm more concerned with the cellar. He said that there's the name of his housekeeper's in the cellar. I'm worried about her. Let's see if we can get this open, chap.
Open it.
Okay.
Do the thing.
Okay, so give me to give us a mechanical repair roll, Lillian. If it's a matter, you'll get it started regardless. But if you make it the roll, then you'll get it started really quickly, like first attempt.
First pull.
Maybe starts running.
And you're good at mechanical. You're good at mechanical repair. Well, yeah. So as you're saying this, Gordon, suddenly the lights in the warehouse, in the workshop, suddenly flare up, and lighting the entire building, interior of the entire building. You can clearly see. Oh.
Sorry.
Good job. Splendid job, Lillian. Splendid job.
Bravo, Lillian.
Thanks.
Should be much easier to see now.
I see. I was going to do the whole, because it's 1920s and men are really condescending. Good job for a woman, but
Yeah.
You had to go there, Dave. You had to go there. Dawson love.
I'm just saying, it's Call of Cthulhu, so I know the acting is in, but I'm only messing. I'm only messing.
Yes, the sexism is optional when we play the game, David.
I didn't do it.
It is a timer.
The alcohol and
times.
cocaine is not.
I mean, because as we all know, the world is perfect now. There's no racism, sexism, or
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
Sorted
So much
that
better,
out.
so much better now, yeah.
Everything
Got
got
rid of all
sorted.
that.
Just took us, it only took us a couple of years to sort out from
Anyway.
I'm gonna
Y'all got
see if
the
I
door
can-
open
I'm
already?
gonna see if I can pop it open.
So there's no lock on it, so it's just a case of you lift it. So you lift it up, and it kind of like hinges at the bottom. So it lifts it up and rests against the back wall of the building, of the room, revealing a staircase that leads down into the darkness below.
Do you want this lantern? And I'm gonna
Yes,
hand over the
please.
lantern to Gordon.
Do I see any?
You can make a Gordon. You can make a listen roll as well as you open this door.
Do I see any like
Open
pull
the trap
switches
door.
for a light bulb?
No.
Okay. What did you want a listen roll?
You're at a listen roll. Yeah, you stood at the edge of this at the opening of the trap. The open trap door. There's a set of stairs, wooden steps going down, and you failed the listen roll. Okay.
I'll be like, whoa, psh, psh, psh. Everybody stop moving for a second and shut up for a second while I push this roll.
Okay, you're gonna have to do better. You have to do better than that to push it. If you wanna push it, I would suggest you can kneel down. Maybe stick your head.
I'll put the lantern
into
on the
hole.
side and I'll kneel down and stick my head down in the hole. Is exactly what I was about to say.
That is much better.
Watch me fall down the hole.
You can get your head chopped off.
Wee!
no.
Take the fall
Oh,
down
yeah,
the hole.
indeed. Well, yeah. So yeah. So
Can I
Gordon kind of.
as he falls?
No, we cannot. So Gordon kind of
No.
like bends it, puts the lantern down, then bends, crouches down, and puts his hands on the edge to lean forward. And as he leans forward, his hands slip, and yeah, he just tumbles down the stairs.
Shit.
Bang, 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 bang. And you take
Wait, wait.
You take 1d4 points of damage as you come to
Calm down.
bounce down these stairs.
Question:
Yes.
Did the lantern follow him, or
No, the lantern.
No,
put the
I
lantern-
put it aside.
Put it down.
outside.
Yeah, put it on the side. Put it on
2
the side.
points of damage.
That's
2 points of damage.
Ouch.
So Gordon, you find yourselves on the floor. Although the fall down the stairs, you bounce down the stairs was painful. You kind of brace yourself in anticipation of slamming into the hard floor of the cellar, and although the impact knocks the wind out of you, the ground is not hard.
oh no.
And the cellar, it's pitch black down here. There's the light. You can see the square of the light above you. Although the angle at the stairs, you can only can't see fully out. But this wood cellar, this root cellar, it reeks. This cloying, musky odor that reminds you like almost like stale laundry. And you feel as you like put your hands down to like lift yourself up, your hands sink deep into a tangle of what feels like loose straw. And then it writhes about your hands and fingers.
Whoa!
And you can make a sanity roll.
Oh no! I don't like that.
no.
I don't like that at all.
Ew.
Ugh. Oh, passed by 1.
Okay, so no sanity loss.
I will get up as quick as I can. Oh, there's worms or something on the floor down here. Big, pass me that light.
No.
I hope it's not
Is it-
snakes.
Would he have to come up to grab the light on the stairs?
You would have to
or
come.
can
Yeah,
I,
you would
like,
have to. You one of you would either have to go part way down or yeah. So you can't reach.
Surely they're coming down.
I'll go down a few steps with the light. Gordon, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I've bruised my knee a little bit, but no, I'm okay. But there's something strange. There's like worms or snakes or something on the floor wriggling around down there. Like, pass me the light.
Okay. So you're going down,
Gonna go
passing them the
far.
light.
I'll
Yep.
go. But can I shout to Lily and say, Lily, bring your flashlight as well? I'm not doing this
Okay.
on my own.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
shout.
So yeah,
No, it's Martin's
I
just
slowly like
fucking
work my way
not
down
getting
the
involved.
stairs with my flashlight.
Okay. So yeah. So Lillian following close behind you, Morsby. You make your way down the stairs, passing the lantern to Gordon. And as you already noticed, there's not straw on the floor. And as you cast, as your lights illuminate the cellar, you can see it's not straw. It's not straw on the floor, but rather hair-like strands of pale, wriggling wire. A blanket of the stuff covers every inch of the floor and climbs up the walls too and across the ceiling. It all seems to be feeding into a giant human-sized cocoon suspended from the center of the ceiling that dangles just a few inches off the ground, held up by yet more of these weird fibrous wires.
Fuck. I think we found
Is
the
that
housekeeper.
Chanel? Anna?
I think we found the housekeeper, yes.
I think that's
Fuck.
the housekeeper.
I think we should leave. We need to leave.
Aye, nobody
Let's
says we
get
have.
out of here.
We've played this game too much, remember? We don't have to be heroes. We're not heroes. We're not supposed to be heroes. We could just go and never come back and never speak of this
Burn this
again.
place down. Burn this shit down. Get
Yeah,
out of here.
so
Close the trap door.
I leave and go home, and that's the end of the game.
So,
Thanks. Thanks for playing.
so yeah, as you perhaps as Gordon turns to like start back up the stairs, there is a terrifying, ripping sound that comes from deep within this mass in the center of the room. The cocoon shudders, twisting, and then bursts open. Clear yellowish fluid pours out onto the floor as something wet and horrid slumps onto the floor. A hunched and hulking thing, vaguely human but thicker and unnaturally swollen. Its face featureless, save for something suggestive of a mouth. And from its glistening flesh, strands of the wriggling wires poke out like tendrils, tasting the air like 1,000 tiny tongues. And the three of you can make another sanity
We
roll.
can fucking run away. We're running away, guys. We don't have to win. We don't have to kill this thing.
100%.
We have to kill this
yeah,
thing. We
run
have to
away.
kill this thing. No, they said we
Oh,
have to be
no.
heroes here today, boys. Let's run away.
Oh,
Can we spend? You
no.
can't spend luck on sanity rolls, can you?
Oh, Lily.
Oh, did you part check you out?
It's off.
Lillian, you lose 1 point of sanity.
At least one.
Gordon and Mortimer, you lose 1d8 points of sanity.
Come on now.
But it's a 5, so that's possible. Oh, and a 7. Oh dear.
Oh my god, I'm gonna find you guys dead in like 10 minutes.
Y'all are not doing well.
So just check you haven't gone over your daily limits.
I have.
You have. Oh, that's definitely insane. Oh dear.
I touched the
So
things.
you have a.
Wait, now you guys are insane?
I
Mhm.
don't know what my daily limit is.
Your
It'll
daily
say down
limit
at the
is
bottom.
12.
It'll say down at the bottom.
Yeah,
Very
I'll-
bottom.
I'll- 12.
I've got a bout of madness. Lily, this might not be so good for you.
So Mortimer, you have to make an idea roll. If you fail the idea roll, you don't have a bout of madness as your mind tries to rationalize what you're seeing. But if you succeed in the idea roll, you fully comprehend the horror before you. Meanwhile, Gordon is having a bout of madness regardless.
Oh.
Dear.
Uh-oh.
And you fully take in, fully comprehend the horror before you, and the pair of you are now about to have a bout of madness. So what is Lillian doing? Oh well, you have a involuntary reaction, Lillian, of course, because
Okay,
you
what
did
is
lose
it?
1 point.
Run away,
of
say that.
sanity.
There be a
Let's
hero.
have a look. What is it? It is okay. So you begin laughing hysterically. You're just overcome by hysterics.
You?
Oh no.
We're just laughing, looking at this thing, just laughing as it like drops to the floor, and it slowly starts to rise up, standing on both feet. This like
Actually,
mouth,
so on
what
par.
passes for a mouth. This yellow like ambiotic fluid pouring from from what passes of a mouth.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you two have a bout of madness.
Great.
Let's see.
I go over and try and make friends with the thing. Hi.
Do
Oh
you
my
want some
God.
gin?
Pleased to meet you, old chap. Would you like some gin and
Oh.
cocaine?
So Mortimer, you just pass out.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, okay.
You're
You
dead.
just faint. You just flat out faint. Boom on the floor.
Okay.
That's
The
me
s-
fucked.
mental trauma. And Mortimer flees in panic, knocking.
No, wait.
Oh, hang on.
I flee in
You
panic because you said
Mortimer twice
Mortimer passes out, and then you said Mortimer
Oh yeah,
flees in
sorry.
panic.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it's because
Yeah.
yeah. Gordon flees in panic,
Yes.
knocking
Okay.
Lillian, who is laughing hysterically.
Get out my fucking
knocking
way,
Lillian
women.
out of the way.
Oh my gosh.
Give us a dex check, Gordon, as you try and scramble up this wooden staircase.
Oh, fuck me,
He's
I'm
gonna-
out of
He's gonna
here.
eat shit on the stairs.
I don't know you people. I don't know you people.
Out of here.
Goodbye.
No.
I'm gonna spend the 10 luck on that.
No.
Oh,
Oh
And this,
dear.
this is what is emerging from the cellar.
Nice.
Good luck with that, guys. I'm off.
It totally ignores me because I'm and he just walks straight past me.
Okay.
It's totally gonna mate with you when you're unconscious.
I'm not conscious, so you know.
I'm
Okay,
off.
so
That's what
Gordon,
Right.
Cthulhu things do.
Gordon, give us a luck roll as well as you scramble up the stairs, knocking Lillian out of the way, stepping over Mortimer's unconscious body. Give us a luck roll.
Me, a luck roll. I don't think I've
Yeah,
even.
you a luck
Oh,
roll,
I've
yeah.
just used 10. Alright, okay, luck.
Oh dear.
I've got 45
of course.
left.
Yeah, here it is.
Oh, fuck off. 92.
Okay, so you scramble up the steps. You just without thinking, you cast aside the lantern. And you hear it crash and shatter on the steps, and burning oil just pours out all over
Oh,
the steps.
fuck. Sorry, guys.
You scramble up and out of the cellar.
I'm guessing at this
Gonna
point
die.
I might notice the laughing and the fucking fire coming out.
Martin's character's fucking in the bath. House.
Yeah, he's just having a
I'm
great
just
time.
I'm just reading the book going like, God, this is really exciting. I bet Lillian will love all this stuff. I'm gonna go tell her in a minute. There's an explosion that happens and the laughing.
So this is happening while you're still reading
Yeah,
the book,
read,
yeah.
having a nice read.
Okay. Lillian, give us a luck roll.
Oh no.
Good luck, say that.
I can't look. Ooh,
Oh, you
okay.
got it, you
Oh,
got it.
you're lucky.
Okay.
Okay, so you kind of
God.
like as you start to recover from your hysterics, you see the like lantern you smashes on the stairs, and burning oil just pours down across the wooden staircase and splashes across the floor, just missing you. And then you see this thing, this beast, this creature, this beast, like comes charging, lets out this animalistic roar, and charges straight at the staircase.
No.
And by some miracle, it just runs straight past you. It just almost leaps, grabs hold of the wooden steps, half pulls, half leaps up out of the cellar.
Oh no. No. That's not
Meanwhile, the flames begin to spread across the steps and across the cellar.
good. Oh gosh.
You can see near at the edge of the flames, on the opposite side of the steps from you, you see the unconscious form of Mortimer Pickwick.
Can I try to grab his like foot? See if I could drag him over?
Yeah. give
Or
us
maybe
a-
like give him a few slaps in the face, like, wake up! Wake up!
You could try that. If you get a hard success on the first aid roll, you might be able to bring him round. Although no, sorry, it's not. So it's not first because it's a psychological thing. So you'd have to make a psychoanalysis roll to bring him out of that.
Oh, that's
What,
not gonna
what,
be good.
what about if I slipped in my psychological smelling salt and she did a look roll to see if she has that?
I know.
My
It's not a physical thing. It's
psychoanalysis
a
is
psych.
Oh, it's a
51.
psychological. Okay, yeah, good. Yeah.
So sorry, this probably isn't gonna work.
Yeah, I think you
No,
probably
it's
got.
good.
Mine's
Most
one.
people
Try.
Yeah. Oh, look
Oh,
at that!
no.
Almost 91. So. Okay.
Close.
Okay.
They
so
just
you...
try to drag him out of there.
Oh well, you'll have to do that next.
Okay.
So Gordon, you head up. You kind of scramble up the stairs and charge across the workshop towards the open door, and then you hear this. There's a thud as this thing lands, like jumps, like sort of clambers, half jumps, lands on the floor as it clambers out of the cellar behind you. And what is your dexterity?
95.
Ooh.
Ooh,
No,
is
it's 50.
Oh.
Lying.
Okay.
So 50-50 chance.
So luckily it also has 50. So you can give us a dex roll then. See if
Okie
you can act first.
dokie. 18.
Yes. So you can act first. What are you doing?
Running away.
Okay. Right. Your move is 8. Right. Give us a con check. There's a chase scenario.
Oh no.
Okay.
Spend my luck.
Straight away.
Well.
Okay. All right. Spend your luck. Right. In that case, right. You are able to, at least for now, you're able to get away from it. So where are you going?
Fucking anywhere, mate. I don't care. Away. Away. The opposite direction. That's where I'm going.
Forest.
Can
Out of this room.
To the Norwegian
Can I
forest,
wave
mate. I don't care.
Can I wave at him as the study? Because I guess I don't see the creature after. But like, read
you
this
can-
book.
You can give us a luck roll, Mr. Collins. See if you see him as you're kind of still sat there at the desk reading this down. Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah, I'm having a nice time, very chilled and relaxed. Okay.
Oh dear.
Nah, I'm not
No.
bothered. I'm
No.
busy. I'm too
No,
busy reading about
Yeah,
interesting stuff.
yeah. Your head buried in this buried book. You feel
Got a glass in one hand and the book in the other.
Gordon. Yeah.
Glass of brandy like that.
Yeah,
Hey.
I've got Coke, I got booze, I've got an old man. I've got an old man wrapped up for later.
So you fail to see Gordon running as fast as he can across the backyard of the cottage. Where are you going, Gordon?
Anywhere, mate. I don't care. Away.
Well,
To
you'll pick a
survive.
direction. I don't know. Hey?
Survival.
Northeast.
That's where I'm going.
Go to the fucking cars. There's two.
To the cars. Where's the
Two
cars? Cars are up this way, yeah.
Yeah, cars around the front of the house.
Up
I'm
north.
fucking. I'm half-ski up here to get to the cars. Wee.
Okay, so you're far enough ahead. You can get to the cars.
Okay.
Right. So meanwhile, what are you doing, Lillian?
All right.
Fire is spreading up the steps and across the cellar floor.
So I've had some first aid training, so maybe I know how to do the fireman like pickup. So can I try that to get him out of there?
Yeah, give us a strength check.
Okay.
How long does my bout of madness last?
I'm going to check on that now.
1d10 rounds.
Like
Yeah,
excellent.
1d10 round. Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, check you out. Lillian.
Okay, so yeah, you
Come
managed to.
on.
Don't underestimate Lillian.
So
Yeah, go for it.
maybe it's one of them adrenaline moments you managed to drag.
Yeah.
Somehow you managed to drag.
Like head clacking every step on the way up.
Yeah,
little
managed to drag Mortimer's unconscious body out of the cellar, and there's black smoke puthering out. This foul-smelling smoke as the flames sort of catch on these writhing ceramic-coloured wires in the
Okay.
basement.
Ugh.
And you can hear, you don't see it, the creature isn't here, but you hear this distant, like, bellowing roar from somewhere
Ooh.
outside beyond the doors of the workshop.
Okay.
I'm not awake yet, though, am I?
You are not awake yet. No. Okay, so Lillian. Well, we'll come back to you in a moment.
Okay.
So, Gordon, you make it to where the cars are parked. There's a Model T Ford that's all this nice, well looked after Model T Ford, and then this mud spattered big Chevrolet.
Do either of them have the key in?
So you look. So you try the doors on both of them. Let's have a look.
Not a fucking chance. We already
Okay,
know.
so which one you trying first? The Model T Ford or the Chevrolet?
The Ford.
The Ford. Okay, the Ford is locked.
Okay, the Chevy.
Oh.
Okay, so you try the door and it's unlocked.
There's the keys in the ignition.
There is no keys in it.
Do cars in the 1920s have a key ignition? They don't. They've got the crank on the back, don't they?
No. Some older ones will have the crank. Some will. Generally they have, like most cars, like the Chevrolet, they'll have a push button start. Where it needs
Not a
the key.
Chevrolet or Ford. You need a key for them.
Yeah, but it needs a key. They'll always need a key. They're like, so you need a key to engage the ignition, and then there's some would have a button, but older cars, the older ones would have a crank on the front, but they still need like an ignition thing. But yeah, there's no key.
Okay, I'm off.
Okay, so while you clamber out, you see this thing comes piling, charging round the corner. So you can give us a dex roll as you just try and get out of the car. As you're still here.
Easy peasy.
Okay. Okay, so you scramble out of the car.
Two luck for
and
a
you're
hard
going
if it
for,
makes a
you're going to run,
difference.
are you?
I'm going to run.
Okay, give us another Constitution roll.
I've got to use these legs. I'm spending this luck.
This makes a Constitution roll as well. I'm going to make these, I think. So this makes a Constitution roll. And it gets a hard success.
Nice.
Oh, dear.
So that means it picks up speed.
Can I use my intelligence to try and throw it off my trail somehow by using some landmark to get behind something?
Basically, in a chase, you'll have like action points. So you got 2 action points that you can spend on moving, or you can spend one to try and like create an obstacle to delay it, to like slow it down.
What about to try and hide?
You could try and hide, yeah. If you
I want to try and hide.
Yeah.
I use the forest, use the woods to try and hide.
Yeah, so you can run off into the forest. So I guess the closest there. So, right. Okay, give us a hide roll.
What the fuck's a hide roll? Dexterity? Intelligence?
Hold on it. It is. Let me.
Natural world?
It will be. There you go.
Stealth?
Roll request.
Aye, stealth.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh.
So you go and hide. You go and hide in the bushes.
I dive under a log where there's no right that I shouldn't even be able to try and squeeze through. I squeeze through a space that I shouldn't be able to get through. I'm going to push the roll.
Haven't you got a bout of madness as well? And
No.
That would contribute.
Mine
to
was
it.
just
Oh,
mine
no.
was just run away.
Yeah.
Okay.
My reaction was just run away. I'm pushing it.
So imagine you just grabbing like a little twig or something and
Indeed.
standing behind it.
I am indeed stuck hiding behind a wee
So
twig.
yeah, you scramble desperately, trying to scramble under this dead log.
And the
this
log's
thing-
dead and it
the roll, this
explodes.
This thing above you, and it brings its fists down upon you. So it gets advantage on that.
Oh, I tried to get away,
Oh
guys. I tried.
no.
Oh, it's not great.
Oh, so it brings your fist down, smashing it in. It hits the log instead, smashing it to pieces.
Don't run away again.
So it has missed you. You're going to try and run it. Give us so you need to give us a dex roll to try and get away from it. Meanwhile,
Oh, nice.
Okay.
okay. So meanwhile, what is Lillian doing?
Closing that hatch, I guess.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna slam that down really quick. I really wish Mortimer would like wake back up.
Oh, give him some coke. That'll wake him up.
Gordon had the coke. I didn't have
All,
it.
all the big chimes of the clock might wake him up. 'cause
Yeah,
pretty
does that
mad.
wake him up?
he does not know.
No. Okay. How long does the bout of madness last? Forever?
You don't know.
Oh, I know. I think I know something about the clock that I can't tell you guys because I'm not with you. Boo.
What time is it now? Noon?
It's noon. Yeah.
12. Yeah.
Okay. My only thing that I can think is to just try to shake him awake again.
You can make. I tell you what, you can do. You can make a spot hidden roll as you try and shake. You try and like bring him. You kind of trying to shake him, trying to bring him round. Desperately trying to bring him round.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, can I look around this room?
Give me a spot hidden roll.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Okay, so you kind of like knelt by the side, desperately trying to shake Mortimer awake, and then you hear glancing around the workshop, and then you hear the clatter, and you see one of the a glass like one of the alembic jars suddenly like tip over and smash onto the floor, and you catch a blur of movement like this black
No.
black spidery like object about the size of your fist just scuttle across the worktops
What?
and drop down out of sight.
Okay. Did it leave a trail?
Not that you can see.
Not like what we saw upstairs. Okay.
So you want to go? What you want to do?
You whiz. Well, now I really need to wake him up. Because that sounds like the little sea urchin thing. I don't have any weapons either.
You could search for something, I suppose.
I just want to start blasting. Can I look in the area it dropped down and disappeared at? I guess.
Yeah, you can look around in here. You can give us a spot hidden roll. Right. So.
But I've heard them. I presume I would have heard them come in the house now, right? With all the.
Oh, they're not in the house, but you're going.
Oh, sorry. I thought you guys had run in the house. I didn't know.
No,
Yeah.
he's asleep. I can't carry him that far.
Oh, I thought you tried to run him in the house, so I have no idea. I still have
I got
no
him out of the
idea.
burning basement, but
I mean, you guys should have
Okay.
stayed you guys should have been polite to me and been like, "Oh, he's in the study. Let's wait," as opposed to like, "Bye, Felicia. We're gonna go." Not tell you.
my curiosity gonna hurt me to see anything good.
Okay, so you find on the wall on the right hand side is a wood axe.
Well, that's actually a pretty decent
A
weapon.
wood axe.
Yeah.
Okay, let me take that, just in case. And then I guess can I try to drag him out of the barn?
Okay, so you so with the axe in one hand and grabbing hold of Mortimer, you start to drag him towards the doors. As you drag him out, you drag him out the doorway into the sunlight, into the midday sun.
Like sorry about your skull.
Mr. Collins, one moment. Mr. Collins, you kind of like finish reading the journal, look up. Sorry, stay there. No, stay there, Sarah.
Oh, sorry.
You get told off for moving.
Mr. Collins, you kind of finish reading this journal entry and look up, and the surprise is shocked to see Lillian dragging the apparently unconscious form of Mortimer Pickwick out of this building, this workshop, this barn-like building.
Yeah,
And
I'm
Lillian,
gonna.
you kind of go hold of Mortimer, and you see his eyes suddenly flicker open.
And start. Oh, what's going on? What's going on?
Hey, welcome back.
There's something wrong in my.
And then he stops. He suddenly stops mid word.
Oh no.
I do a turn and just look at Lillian.
Mortimer!
I don't have to react. You have to,
Quit, man!
and then I'm just gonna dive at Lillian and attack.
Oh no.
No.
Oh
No,
no.
Down.
Why
Yeah.
do you always have to be the evil one in Call of Cthulhu? Because you did this last time. You would kill people. From what I remember.
You did this last time?
Yeah, I think RX remembers. You remember when Dave went
Dave.
crazy and killed people? Yeah. He fucking loves it. He fucking loves it.
He does.
You
But
got
yeah,
that
so
little
Mr.
thing in your back.
Mr. Collins, you see Mortimer suddenly like stagger to his feet, kind of shakes his head as if trying to clear his head, and then with a bellowing rage, he lunges at Lillian.
Can I try to dodge it first before I just go straight to
Oh,
murder?
you can. So who has what is your dex?
60.
And what is Mortimer's dex?
50.
So
Yes.
so Lillian, you get to go first. Mr. Collins, what are you doing?
Oh, I guess I've just seen this.
Yeah,
Run
you
away,
can see this
Florence.
happening
Run away.
live before your eyes.
I'm like, what
Oh.
the fuck? I was enjoying my little book, and then these guys. I mean, I'm gonna say this. I guess I don't know if it's below table or, but I think it's above table. I think. Can I say this? My idea, Phil. It's not gonna change anything because they're all dead. But I haven't. I might have pieced something together. So can I at least tell the group?
You can if you want. I mean, they can't act on something that you're
They
saying.
can't
but-
act on it. Okay, and I don't know. I might have gone on a proper tangent. But
It might be.
the stuff that I read is, they were communicating right with Morse code and stuff, and that fucking clock keeps ticking and boinging. Do we think is that got some effect on these creatures? Because I'm thinking maybe if I do, I'm thinking if I do something to the clock, can I help everyone? But I don't know what you guys think as a group, because I'm not sure. I could be
Maybe.
on a totally wrong path.
Might be worth a try, mate.
but I
You can
don't
always,
know.
you can always smash the clock.
It's not a bad shout, but
Nothing
you
to
make
lose
it
by
ding
trying
dong
it.
right now?
Well, that's what I meant. If I maybe make it
Ding
like
dong.
ding dong, or if I smash the
I was thinking
clock and then there's
smash it,
no
mate.
ding dongs. Yeah,
Smash
so.
it.
That's anyway. I thought I'd ask you guys because I've read the thing and there was something about Morse code and the guy trying to communicate with it. So yeah.
Maybe smash the clock, mates. Maybe.
Yeah, because maybe that'd get rid of the little sucker on his back.
Try it.
Maybe Phil will let me do some roll. When it's my rolls, maybe Phil will let me do like an I do.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you doing?
Might be worth a try.
Oh yeah. So I guess I would like to. Can I do an idea roll? Because I'm trying to piece it together. I'm like, well, but I don't know. I don't know all the stuff that they say, and I know about the wits. So I can't. I can't.
You don't
piece
know
it
about.
together.
You've not seen the thing, the beast that came out of the cellar. You don't know
guess
what's happening.
I'll-
All you know is that you've seen Lillian drag an apparently unconscious Mortimer out of the workshop, and he suddenly jumped up and attacked her.
Oh, I guess I'll have to. Yeah, I will. I don't think my character's hard enough to smash through a window. Yeah, I'll run downstairs to try and help her.
Okay, and Mortimer, what are you doing? So Lillian makes a feeble attempt to try and dodge away from you.
I'm attacking her.
Okay,
You're a monster.
I'm just gonna go wild look in my eye, just go to scream or whatever and attack her.
Okay, with your fists.
Yeah, because
No.
unless in fact the bottle of gin's still in the house.
You're gonna bottle her, you
I have
absolute
got
animal.
I've got a notepad and pencil, so I can try and stab her
Just
with
stab
the
her with a
pencil.
pencil. You fucking monster. I love it.
Nah, you know what? You should.
Why?
You should
Why?
nah, you should go new school and you should like defamate her in the media, like write a really mean like poem, and then put it on that radio thing they're talking about.
So you could attack it with the pencil. I mean, it will do the same damage as a punch, but it's
I'll
I mean,
just
the
go with
pencil,
it,
but the
unarmed
pencil,
attack.
but the pencil will be an impaling weapon, so it could impale if you got a critical.
Oh, we'll do that then.
Okay.
I'll do it.
And you could get her lead
Wow.
poisoning.
I mean,
That's bold.
I'm
That's
gone,
not,
Ryan,
not,
it's gone.
not to make it worse, but yeah, you could like if you got two pencils, you could like Wolverine it. It look cool, but if you got,
That would look cool.
but it's not appropriate to do that to people.
Okay.
Not
Yeah,
nice.
so I'll use the pencil. Do I
Well,
just
then-
click the unarmed attack,
Yeah, the unarmed attack. Yeah.
and then you can do the.
yeah.
Oh, you have not. Oh, hang on. I need to target, do I?
Yeah, you can do.
There we go.
It don't really make any difference. So there's a button in the chat now. Click on the fighting brawl button.
Oh, what?
no.
Oh!
That's a
Oh!
hard success.
Oh, what are you?
I'm so sorry, Sarah.
Dude,
I'm so sorry.
Dave.
So I'm gonna be real cruel because I'm kind of control this, so I'm upgrading that to an extreme success for 2 luck.
Oh, fail.
Oh!
That is an impale attack. So you stab. So where you stab her with the.
How are you gonna stab me with a pencil? Just right for the jugular right there? Or...
We'll find out where we're going. So oh yes, well done. You predicted that.
Oh, there you go. That's it. Just.
Oh,
head and neck,
fuck.
you get it. Oh.
Yeah, in the neck. So yeah, she's suddenly
Start squirting, like-
jump up and stab Lillian in the neck with this pencil. You do an automatic 1d3 points of damage, plus another 1d3 points of damage.
Oh,
Wow.
dear.
It's not 3 plus 1d3.
It's 3 plus 1d3, yeah, sorry, is that
Yeah.
what I said? 3 plus 1d3. Plus
So
your
I
damage
just roll.
bonus. No,
I
no,
just
no,
roll what-
no, Mortimer does.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
okay.
Oh.
So what do you want? Just 1d3, yeah?
1d3, yeah. You got no damage bonus, so yeah, it's just 1d3.
That's rough.
So that's
So five
that
points
2,
of damage.
5. So yeah, you take 5 points of damage.
5
Lillian.
stabbing damage in the neck.
So sorry.
Ooh.
I know not to
No,
take
it's not me.
people
It's
out,
not me.
so I'm just gonna leave it there.
Is that a critical wound, fellow?
No, not quite. It's
Oh, thank God. I was just saying, okay.
it's close, but not quite. So
I'm gonna take my
12,
ball of string and just stabilize it so it doesn't come out on accident, so I don't bleed to death.
Make it steady.
Okay, so what's your dex? What's Mr. Collins's dex?
What? Not mine. Miss Collins? Me? You mean me?
Yeah.
Why do I need a dex? I'm just walking down the
I need to know what order you're acting in.
Are you worried
No.
now?
My dex is 55.
55.
Yeah.
So Lillian, yours is 60. So you get to go. You get to go first. What are you doing? So so Mortimer has just stabbed you repeatedly in the neck with his pencil, and there's blood pouring from this like gaping wound in your neck.
Can I just like run away from him?
You can. You'll have to make a dex.
Can I stumble away from him?
You can try and stumble away from him. Yeah, give us a dex check.
Oh, nice.
After I
Sarah.
pulled you out of that
Nice,
burning
there you go,
basement.
There you go.
After you pulled him
Okay.
out a burning basement, he fucking stabs you in the neck with a pencil, eh? Wow.
Where are you going? Where are you going, Lillian?
I'm going to those cars.
Okay, so you can get to about here.
There. Okay.
Rightio. And yours is 50, is it not? Mortimer's dex is
59.
50.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Collins, you're next then. So where you headed? Heading towards back door?
I mean, I've run downstairs, but I guess I can't. Well, I've seen people from outside, but I've not seen what
Passing the front door, you can see, maybe glance briefly outside. You hear this like roar, this animal like bellowing roar, but you can't from what you can't tell. You can't see anything. All you can see is the tree, the two cars, and the trees and the road beyond.
Oh, I mean,
They were around the back. They came from the back. You saw Lillian and Mortimer out the back.
I'm trying to figure out if I can justify playing with the clock, because
You could try that if you want.
yeah, but I'm trying to make. I mean, I've read the book, and I do know there's a weird creature, and I knew he was, and I know Thomas was trying to talk to it, and now I've seen my friend. Could I see anything weird with the? Oh, because I didn't see him get attacked by the other thing. Did I see Dave's character have anything weird about him? Like, you don't have tentacles on him or anything, or words?
No, it didn't say anything like that. I mean, yeah.
Oh.
All you saw is him suddenly get up and then just lunge at Lillian.
Okay, I guess then. Oh, I still think I'd be intrigued by the clock, because my character is a cunt. Sorry, I don't know the correct word for it. He is very selfish, so I think he would be. I think he would generally be more interested in like the fact that he's seen this creature. He still wants Thomas alive, and yeah. So can I just look at the? I want to investigate the clock.
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, the clock in the. Yeah, okay. So what about the clock?
Well,
it's ticking away. It's now about 10 past 12.
I mean, like, has it been like more like tampered with, changed in any way that a normal clock wouldn't be? You know, is there something
I guess
more...
you can make it. You can make a spot hidden roll. If you're successful, you'll be able to spot some. If there is something, you'll be able to spot it straight away. If you're unsuccessful, it will take you a few rounds to realise one way or the other.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Okay.
Okay, so there's nothing unusual about the clock. Right, that's you though.
Thanks.
Mortimer, what are you doing?
What a nice clock.
So Lillian is runs away from you, gets away from you, clutching at her neck, blood pouring down her side.
Chase it after.
Okay, give me a dex.
Get an axe.
Oh, give us a con check, sorry. Con.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Okay, and Lillian, give us a con.
Lillian.
Nope.
Oh no.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Okay, so in which
So
case
bad.
then, Lillian, you're trying to get away, but you stagger and stumble, and Mortimer catches you up.
You could spend luck. 14.
Yeah, do it. You're at the end. Do it. You can.
Well, I do have luck.
Spend the 14 luck.
Do it. If you got
Is it
enough,
too
do
late?
it.
Can I use my luck?
No, you can do it if you want. You can do it if you want. You click on the little spider thing in on your chat card. There you go. Okay, so you managed to, at the last minute, you managed to pull away.
Yeah.
Okay, so meanwhile, what are you doing, Gordon?
Sorry.
This thing is above you. It smashed this rotten log to pieces that you were trying to desperately trying to hide underneath, and it's towering above you.
I'm going to run away. What else am I going to do? I'm not going to fight the thing.
Give us a dex. So it'll be at disadvantage because you're prone.
Oh, fuck off.
This thing towering above you.
Spend 9 luck.
Bang.
Okay.
Bang.
I don't have 9 luck.
Yeah, good laugh.
Fuck, I've got exactly 8.
So you scramble you try scrambling to your feet, and this thing attacks you again.
Balls.
No.
Oh, it's missed though.
Oh, missed again!
Ooh.
Like you stagger away and you slip, and it swings this massive fist, you smashing into a tree, almost knocking the tree over where its fist hits it, with the impact, and you manage to start to scramble away, slipping and sliding on the ground. Yeah, so again, over this way.
Nice.
And then this thing like comes charging after you. So what are you doing?
Running
You
away.
continue to run, I presume.
Aye.
Okay. Yeah, so
Running.
give us a con check then.
Run away till you fucking make me run out of luck and kill me, basically.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
I'm
Right,
not dying
that's
today, you
success.
Raji.
Yeah. Okay, so it gets a con roll as well.
If it fails, I get away from it. It's got a massive
It's
constitution.
okay. It's got massive constitution, but it did not get it. It's got a low level of success.
I
You
got
were
hard
fastest,
success.
so you did. So, give us one last dex check.
Come
You
on.
make this, you manage to get away from it.
Oh no.
No.
I'm pushing it.
no.
I'm pushing it.
How are you pushing it?
So I go
There's
to I go to duck under a branch, but instead of ducking under it, I'm too slow to duck under it. So I have to like take my feet off the ground and like drop and catch the branch and swing through.
Okay. I was
So, so it's the opposite to real life. Sorry, I had to get that one joke
You
in.
fucking have to get the one in every time.
Oh,
Success, hard
nice.
success.
okay, so yeah, you swing, and maybe you swing, and you says you let go, you like you hit you like land in some bushes and unseen hit a slope and go half sliding, half tumbling down the slope, and when you finally come to a rest, a halt at the bottom, bruised and shaken, you see the thing, or perhaps just hear it's like heavy footsteps stomping, heading away from you.
Yes.
Straight towards Lillian.
Ah, good luck. Say that.
I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it.
But you got the axe. You're cool. You got the axe.
You've
It's
got an
cool,
axe.
fine. Yeah, you got an axe now. You're cool.
Yeah, I've got an axe.
Yeah, I've got an axe, yeah. So,
Mortimer's lucky I haven't used it on him yet.
Lillian, what are you doing?
Freaking out, man. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can make it to the cars.
Which car? I mean,
The
both
auto-
close by.
Which is one
The
an
green
automatic?
one, the Chevrolet, or the green one's the Model T Ford. The red one is the Chevrolet.
I guess the
Cabriolet.
red one, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Give me a.
Whichever one was unlocked. Oh, I guess I don't know
Did
that.
you say which
don't
one's an
know that.
automatic, Sarah? It's the 1920s. They've got one gear. Forward.
I'm more proficient.
It's called forward.
At the front? Is it not those ones where
Oh,
they got, yeah, so
you know,
just like...
Drive auto, but I guess that just means drive an automobile.
Yes,
not like drive
that's what it
manual.
means. That's
Okay,
what
okay,
it
then
means.
it
It
doesn't
doesn't mean
matter.
drive auto and drive manual. There's no separate skill for drive manual.
There's no
a
drive
skill.
stick skill.
That's
Yeah,
a skill,
but
okay?
Sarah, you might know more about cars than the rest of us, so you might be able to assess which car's easier to hotwire.
Okay,
maybe,
well then I'm gonna go to the
maybe.
one that's closer.
Okay, you going for the Model T Ford?
I'll hotwire some shit, like.
You should.
Okay, give us a dodge roll as this thing comes stomping, roaring, charging
Dodge roll.
towards you. Dodge roll.
I can't look.
You've got it. You've got it.
I've got
Oh.
a pencil in my neck.
Oh!
Yes, with a pencil in my neck. It was a stabilization.
Okay,
Easy.
so you charge towards the Model T Ford. I mean, this one there, and it's locked.
Oh.
Okay, this is the locked one.
Yeah.
You've got an axe.
Yeah, can I just use
Unlock
the butt of
it.
the axe and smash the window?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. So yeah, you smash the window and dive. I'll even let you dive, like scramble
Okay.
in through the thing. Give us a look roll.
A luck roll.
This is
Yeah.
where if you rip your
Okay.
See if
dress
you
My
off.
like-
luck's 22 now, so. No.
Oh.
Okay, so you take a point of damage as you tear as a broken glass tears into you, tears at your clothes, and it tears at your flesh as you scramble in through the window, desperately trying to get away from this thing as it comes stomping towards you.
Okay.
Mortimer presumably comes charging round the corner.
He does.
Yeah, and then this thing like comes up and just like attacks the car. Okay, so it's gonna get there because it's called stationary. So we have 2 bonus dice.
What is this?
Okay, so
My
its
God.
fist comes slamming down into the roof of the car.
Okay.
And like
That's
you see the like roof suddenly buckles under the impact.
Okay.
Fuck.
Like I'm in Jurassic Park right now. Okay. Can I still be like fumbling around for keys? Like in the visor? Did they have visors back then?
Probably not. You will have to hotwire
In
it.
the glove box?
It will need a mechanical repair check to try and hotwire it. It will be a hard success to try and do it quickly, though.
Okay. You said on my next turn, though.
So yeah, that's your next turn. Mortimer, what are you doing?
Well,
jeez.
am I still?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm.
Joins the beast in attacking the car.
Yeah. Are you still in there?
Can I ask a question above the table?
Yeah.
Am I gone from this now? Am I just on a rampage?
You are aware but not in control.
Oh, that sucks.
So would I naturally just go towards where Lillian is, or could I go into the house and see what's going on in there?
No, you don't need to be going into the house to check anything in the house. House is fine.
No, I would say you, upon seeing the beast, you are you want to get to the beast.
Okay, so yeah, I'll go.
You're like drawn to the beast.
Yeah, drawn to the beast.
I will go to the beast.
And as you approach the beast, suddenly you black out, as you kind of feel a sharp pain at the bottom of your back, and yeah, everything goes black.
Okay.
Mr. Collins.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay, so all I can think about is, my character's not, he's not, well, he is mostly an asshole, but he's not an absolute asshole, so I think he knows now that something's going on, because I would imagine he's seen stuff going on through the window. But he is ridiculously intelligent on his sheet, so I'm going to say he is going to, if you allow me, he's going to very quickly turn the clock not forward, backward to about 6 a.m.
Okay.
That's what he's going to do, and then he's going to try and run outside.
Okay, so it's an easy task of doing that, so you can do that as your action to wind your hands back.
Quick. He's going to try and then see, so he's turning
then,
not forward, just to see, because he thinks maybe this is possibly some communication, so considering stuff aggravated towards 12, I'm thinking if I put it to 6, maybe that's his thing. And then he's going to run to the door if he can and see if anything happens, and then he's going to try and help people.
Okay, so you wind the hands backwards to 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And run towards the short distance across the room to the door, and you see this scene before you can see Lillian in the Model T Ford, desperately doing something inside the Ford. This creature is like bringing its fist down on the roof, crumpling the roof. You see Mortimer apparently laid unconscious or dead at the side of it, and you see this bundle of like black nerve-like tendrils skitter across the floor and up the back of this creature.
Ugh.
That's what I figured would happen. Ugh.
But they don't like explode or like zone out.
No,
or there's-
nothing nothing happens. That was an interesting
Don't
idea, but it is
explode.
absolutely no way related to what is happening.
It's fine. It was my last chance of maybe making them explode. But I mean, I'm fine. My character's doing great.
So what are you doing?
I mean, if that doesn't work, I guess I would now be running. Oh, I mean, do you know what? Yeah, he's. Yeah, he'd be running out the kitchen. He's not that stupid. He'd be like, he's looking through the window of the front door, but he's like, I'm not that fucking dumb. Yeah, he'll try and run out if he's able to run around the back.
Yeah,
For
you can,
now.
there's nothing stopping you. Yeah, this whatever's going, whatever that thing is, it seems oblivious to your presence.
Thank
Yeah.
God. And I guess now I see that the fucking shed's on fire.
There is a small. So it's not the building's not on fire. There is perhaps a small amount of smoke coming out of the doors.
Okay. I'm just like these fucking Scooby-Doo fucking rejects. Like,
Okay, listen.
Came here to play chess and go home and get a recommendation, and you guys are like killing each other and shit. And I don't know where. And I have no idea where RX's character is, right? Because I've not seen him
No,
at all.
Nope.
I have no idea where he is.
No.
So, yeah, that's what my character's doing. He'll maybe help people in the next round. Clock thing did not happen.
Okay. So, Lillian, if you can give us a hard success on the mechanical repair roll, you might get one. Might be able to
you've
hop
got
one in the
this.
car.
This is just nerve-wracking. No.
Okay.
I only have 22 luck also. So like,
You can't even do it.
It's not going to do it.
No.
nope.
No. Okay. So yeah, that's a failed attempt. You can still keep trying if you want. And then this sort of thing. In fact, in fact, yeah, it's not as. It kind of briefly pauses, like its fists, like on the roof of the car.
Hmm.
And it just, like I said, just briefly, just freezes for a moment, and then slowly and methodically, it takes its hands from the roof of the car and reaches inside to try and grab you
Ew. Okay.
with clear purpose. So.
Mm-mm. Oh.
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 Okay.
But if you manage to, it's kind of reach inside, can't quite get you.
Flipped away.
Mortimer,
Yep.
you vaguely aware there's like the sound, like this roaring sound, and like maybe like a woman's voice, and your eyes kind of blink against the glare of the sunlight shining down on you, and you come to.
Am I Mortimer again?
You are Mortimer again,
Oh,
and
you
your
did
bout of madness,
Yeah.
and your bout of madness has passed.
You're in a bad
Yay!
spot, but yay.
Can you take that symbol off me just so I know?
You are still indefinitely insane.
No,
your
that
bout of
wasn't.
madness-
That
yeah,
was
the bout-
Oliver's character.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. The bout of madness has gone. I'm taking it off.
So I can see what's going on then with.
Yeah. So look
This
it
thing.
up. You see this beast towering above you. It's only a little bit bigger than human size actually, but yeah, it's this beast above you, reaching inside this, thrusting its arm inside this car, through the broken window of this car. You can hear what is undoubtedly Lillian's panicked voice inside.
As I'm prone on the floor, can I sort of crab walk round the side of the car to this side and open?
And what's
So move to this side of the car, but I'm sort of like backing off, like on all fours backwards, like You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pushing myself along the floor so the creature can see me. And then I want to open the door and try and let...
Okay, it's locked.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And I imagine in the confusion and the chaos, Lillian probably is totally oblivious to the fact that you're trying to...
Yeah.
and probably wouldn't be happy about you trying to get in through anyway.
Still trying to kill me.
Yeah.
I have... No... But I didn't know that. I don't know that. Oh, no, I was aware.
Yeah, you were aware.
So...
Yeah, you was aware, yeah.
But and that's why I'm going to try and help her. I have got an archaeological artifact with this thing.
You what, sorry?
I've got an archaeological artifact.
Okay.
Smash the window.
Okay.
And open the door.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Okay, so...
It's me.
Oh, I got the axe, like...
So suddenly the window smashes behind you, showered with broken glass, and you see Mortimer, sort of reaching in, opening the door. What are you doing, Lillian?
I'm trying to get this car hot wired so we can get out of here. But I'm kind of honestly, I'm trying to think, because I'm thinking about the barn, and we saw that string of thread in the clamp had, what was the meter for the electromagnetic field around it?
Gauss meter. Yeah.
Yeah. Would that have anything to, I don't know.
I don't know. Are you spending your time thinking about that?
Well, it just hit me. Yeah, I'm about to die. Every last thought's going through my head.
Okay, so Lillian is kind of madly just starts whittering about this, and this creature just lunges in, trying to grab her again.
Trying to hotwire and just babbling all of this stuff
if
about electromagnetic fields.
I think if my character could talk to your character, we might figure something out, but we're not. We're not in that thing.
Oh no!
Okay, so you're trying you're saying this, and suddenly the creature grabs you and just rips Lillian right out of the cab of the car, scraping against all the broken glass of the window, and then just slams you into the ground.
Oh.
Beauty human. Okay.
Okay.
Beauty god.
Oh, dear.
Sarah, it's cool. We both survived when we played the Alien game. It's fine.
I mean, that's true.
Whatever we.
Wow.
And slams you into the ground, and you take 16 points of damage.
Oh, I'm dead. I only have 8 health points.
Yeah.
You're
dead.
I'm
dead.
You hear this? You see this? You hear this sound like rotten fruit being smashed, and the sudden spray of blood splashes up over the side of the car, Mortimer.
Oh no!
And yeah,
exactly.
My character thinks when I make this new game, I'm gonna be if they take double their health points, they can't come back from that because I saw I saw this random girl die. So I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah.
If they take too much damage, yeah.
What are you doing, Martin?
I am heading. I'm sprinting this way.
Okay.
In an absolute screaming panic.
Okay.
Just go. Just go.
Give us a Constitution roll.
Oh, come on, man. Oh.
Oh.
I didn't press anything else other than normal.
Yeah, you
roll.
got it there. Yeah, 71.
Heck
That was my roll.
Oh.
Oh no!
My roll.
Oh no!
So you need to get.
Can I push that?
How are you going to push it?
Because I'm absolutely screaming and frantic. I'm just running for my life. I don't know.
Yeah, but how are you going to push it? I know, but you're already doing that.
You're already doing that.
I'm going to dart off into the forest, see if I use this, and start scrambling through the brush and Yeah.
And that's not really Constitution.
You're not
No,
having
I'm not having that.
Can I pick up stones? Can I pick up a stone and throw it?
It needs to be
back in the picture or
constant.
something?
So you're saying you're pushing? Well, you can push with a different roll actually. You can push with a different roll.
Okay.
So yeah, if you wanted to do that, if you wanted to do that, kind of like dodge off through the into the forest, you could do that. There'll be a
Push with Dex.
a Dex roll. Yeah, push with Dex instead.
So I've clicked push.
No, push with dodge.
Do I?
Yeah. With yeah.
Oh no, sorry.
It's all right. You just use the same roll against.
Anyway. I failed.
All right. Okay. So yeah, you run. You kind of run off to the side, dodge into the tree line, and instantly run. You hit your head, catch your head on a low tree branch, knocking you to the floor, and the creature just like comes charging over, and then brings its fist down.
Oh.
Splat.
Oh, that's a hard success. I ain't got spell. I ain't got luck, so it's just a hard success. So that is so that's it's not critical, so it's a roll. Damage. Oh God, I forgot about the damage bonus. Oh.
Just say I'm dead, Phil.
Right. Okay. So
You did.
I think you're dead, Dave, mate. I think you're dead.
I've got 9 HP. I'm gone. Probably that much.
Right. So that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you rolling more? He's dead.
Yeah.
Jesus, he's already dead.
Kill him again.
18 points of damage.
He's already dead, man.
Mr. Collins.
Okay, can I maybe roll a look? Because I'm thinking like I've clearly heard all the fucking screaming without.
Yeah, you hear all this screaming. You hear this. Then you hear this terrible, like blood-curdling, unearthly roar, which does indeed actually forces you to make a sanity check.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, wait. Okay, sanity.
Okay, fine.
I'm fine. Do I take one or I'm just
no,
fine?
No. It's basically if you fail it, then it causes an involuntary action, as if you'd lost a sanity point. Kind of like makes you scared. It's like this roar that makes you scared and makes you run away.
Okay.
But yes. So what are you gonna do?
I mean, because we are coming to the end. So my thing is, would it be worth me rolling for luck? Because there's 2 rooms we've not looked at, so I'm thinking like, if I rolled for luck, would there be anything useful for us if I stayed? Like, do I have like a second sense for it? That's what I'm trying to ask. Because I don't want to be like, oh, there's more bed sheets in here and more bed sheets in here. Like, so it's up to, I don't know if you'd allow me to like psychically know that no, because that's what I want to know. If I could do a roll to make.
You can make a luck roll if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna do a look, and you can't spend luck on a luck roll, right?
You cannot spend luck on a luck roll.
Which is totally illegal, and they should not do that. Okay, so I
check
okay,
your
so
60 luck.
succeeded.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I always save my luck because that's what I do. It's my one skill.
it is a good idea to try and search. So you search, you desperately search the rooms in the house, turn the whole fucking place upside down, pull it apart, madly, like in a panic, like absolute terror, just expect any minute for this thing to come crashing in through into the house and tear you to pieces, and it never happens. You tear the place upside. You tear the place upside down. You find nothing. When you finally look, kind of come to your senses and look outside, there's no sign of this thing. It's gone. All that's left is the bloody remains of Lillian and off into the woods, a bloody smear that is the remains of Mortimer. But this thing is gone.
Are we going to end the game in, I guess, a few minutes?
And that is the end.
Can I have a really morbid thing that I want to
You
do
can.
at the end?
You can.
Okay.
You can
Oh
indeed.
God, what?
No, so because I'm in the house and all that's happened, I didn't realize until I checked, I actually do have like a mini chessboard with me. I'm gonna go into Thomas's room, set it up.
You're gonna play as dead body.
He's not
Yeah,
dead.
but-
Thomas is alive.
Oh, he is. I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm gonna set I'm gonna set the check pieces up, but so it's like
so he's lost.
you know, on his side he lost and I won.
But you're gonna make it look like it was smashed into pieces.
The last thing he did before he died was
business.
lost to you at chess.
Yeah, because that's all. I mean, well, I'm not gonna kill him, but I'm just like, I'm pretty sure if I just leave him, he's gonna die pretty quick.
Nature will do its work.
I think that would be I was thinking if it was a movie, that would be a good scene of me just going checkmate.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
After credits.
I would perhaps leave it at that. I don't think Mr. Collins is that mad that he would actually probably kill.
Yeah, he's not killed him.
No.
But but he does know that he's a bit crazy, so he might think that happened. So, you know. Anyway, I think that would be fun. And plus, I've got the book as well, so I've got the whole book of the weirdness that he was talking about. Anyway, yeah, you go for it, Phil. But I wanted to get the little comedy scene of me checkmating him as everyone's dead.
Okay, so and what about Gordon?
Well, my bout of madness would wear off eventually, and I would just find a road, and then eventually get a lift to get back to civilization, and I would start writing about altogether new, different stuff now, even trashier stuff. Pulp horror, I'll start writing.
Okay.
About things with tentacles and worms that wiggle.
You could steal my D&D idea and set it up. When
I invent D&D. I steal Taylor's idea and I invent D&D.
I invented it, you know.
So of course Joshua Thomas survives, and perhaps the only person around to thank is maybe Mr. Collins.
Yeah, and
Mr. Collins. And Joshua, Professor Thomas, earnestly when he finally recovers, he earnestly thanks Mr. Collins, sings his praises, and gives him endless professional endorsements. Even throws the next game of chess that you play with him.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill an old man because you never want to do that.
You wanted to do it.
Last resort.
I mean, I was like close to it, but Phil saved it. He's alive. Good for him.
Fantastic.
Elsa, somewhere deep in the forest, there is a soft rustle of hair-thin filaments that stir, feeding and spreading, and the woods surround it, absorbing the sound, the hum of alien life that quietly begins to take root in dark, hidden places. And in the days that follow, there are reports of strange lights in the sky and among the trees. But when the sheriff's men, eventually arrive at the cabin after they find the cars abandoned, the bodies, and no trace of anything else. Only marks, heavy footsteps leading back into the darkest depths of the forest. And whatever arrived through the lonely thread has perhaps claimed new hosts and began to weave new hosts, new creatures, new life in the dark depths of the forest.
creepy.
I mean, I guess I would share the notes that I got with Gordon when I eventually meet up with him. I'd be like, yeah, I mean, does this make any sense to you?
I'll write a
But yeah,
book about
so
it.
that's it. You
Hey.
two of you survived.
good.
The creatures, but the creature
nice.
escaped.
That's not
Yeah,
very
the,
nice.
the
That's
world is doomed, and you know.
But I survived,
Well,
so
it
it's
is.
fine. Me and Martin survived, so that's all that
But-
matters.
We
Thank you very
survived,
much,
and
Phil.
plus, I told my great-grandkids about this cool chick who likes archaeology, and he made Tomb Raider, but Americans
Yeah.
can't say Lillian, so we changed it to Lara Croft.
There
like
you go.
it.
And that's
Yeah,
how
so-
Tomb Raider was
so we-
invented. So we invented Snoop
That's how
Dogg,
Tomb Raider.
D&D, and Lara Croft
So-
tonight.
And Tomb Raider.
So it's the circle of life. It just took a bit longer. You know.
Thank you. Phil, that was a superb game. Thank you, Sarah and Martin and Dave, for playing.
It was.
Thank you, viewers, for watching. We're the Brotherhood of the Dice. This was Call of Cthulhu. Goodbye.